the Ursa. We said it the other day.
Yeah.
If a player is going to ask for it, like when they pick the Slark, this is one of Smiling Knight's best heroes. He plays this like crazy. You can see it on the Master tier. And yeah, it's a lane that could... It's a lane that could be a little bit weird for him, depending on how the first few levels go down, because it is quite a bit of burst damage that can come from Sand and with that Muerta if they're able to get a good few levels. Tsuneko should be fine. And overall, yeah, Phoenix sometimes can... When you're not playing into just heavy right clickers, since they just both provide lots of magic damage, might not be able to secure the lane as good as possible, but their overall draft, it looks great. Good aura carriers, good aggressive heroes, good team fight. IG's just, like they were saying, it can be a bit difficult to execute when they don't have Song available. When they have Song, yeah, they have great wombo combo team fight. They can set up with Baboka on his greedy hero. I'm just questioned mostly about Baboka playing this.
Okay.
I know that they wanted to have a silence and some extra disable or something for Puck, but is this really the answer?
Well, what's wrong about the sort of support Muerta? What's sort of the struggles?
You're so slow. You're like 290 movement hero. It feels like you're crawling all the time. Your spells are very difficult to land. You have to line up the calling kind of perfectly, and I've seen so many players mess it up top.
Oh, it's only just gonna get into the trees in time there, Fly.
Yeah, it's a super greedy hero. I don't know what is he just going to build for himself, right? It's Baboka. Is he going to go Atos Gleipnir? I mean, we haven't seen that many Gleipnirs lately at all, but we'll have to see what build it's going to be from him.
A lot of pressure top. Scatterblast again from Eki. Hitting onto Fly. How they did on regen between the two of them. Ollie's got a couple of tangos. Fly's still got a couple. So they got regen to slowly heal up, but the pressure already been put on by Avulus. A lot of burst in this lane.
Honestly, Snap just still looks kind of busted to me. Every game that I see it when you're playing versus a lot of these like fragile safe laners, it's very difficult to protect yourself. It just constantly gets these blasts off. They have so much magic damage up here, so Fly definitely constantly under threat.
Oh, mid lane, look at this. Stormstormer getting very low there against Emo's Void Spirit. Got to keep an eye on this this Void Spirit from Emo. Last time we saw it, it looked pretty good. You know, Emo was popping off on this hero.
I feel like he has to pop off, though. This is definitely one of those games that feels like he does. Stormstormer.
From the Remnant, but
he's got bottle.
Nothing more to go with there, so Stormstormer's fine. CS though indeed, yeah. Emo getting that slight lead. Only slight. It's
though.
Very, very close.
Stormstormer is very good at puck, and he's just very good at abusing all the little mechanic things, the phase shifting of dodging tower hits and all these little ones, so. Although the lane should go Emo's way, I don't see him getting crushed on Stormstormer by any means. So far bottom, they are handling, you know, the early magic damage that can come out.
Yeah, Smiling Knight's just getting free farming so on the Ursa on those first few waves.
That proves to be quite problematic for the Sanking. He's got Boots Orb of Venom already. Now they can definitely look to run him down. So Zeal definitely has to be very careful of his positioning. Even Baboka does.
How can they sort of fix the lane position? I mean, it's Baboka. I guess one of the downsides, as well as this hero being slow, you can't really go behind the tower, drag waves or anything. You're too vulnerable. You have to play the lane, right?
You have to play the lane. Like the only heroes really that can pull lane is melee force. Pulling without that is just non-existent. As again, top Fly getting some pressure, attempted reel in, but can't actually get any harassment. And yeah, I can see also, like, there's definitely a couple of reasons you can tell why Baboka actually is TPing out. Besides just the silence, you know, the Gunslinger versus the Phoenix Egg and all that, but I just don't really see it. It really looks so greedy from Baboka. But that is him, so. Top lane is having the most difficulty so far, though. Fly. It just feels like he's constantly at threat of dying if he steps up even out of his tower range. If they get a good position for, like, a cookie. Scatterblast just does so much.
Get the setup for a couple of raises, but not enough. I mean, yeah, how is it that so this top lane, it's just because this specific duo of Avulus is that strong? Because I feel like, you know, we always talk about how strong Nagasaran is as a support and in the lane. This safe lane duo, as you say, it's struggling.
I think Snap is just, when you have a hero like the Underlord, one of these super tanky frontliners, you're able to do so much because you're always able to get your spells off. Naga can't really get to you unless you walk kind of right into the Mireki. He may have just given them a kill.
I think he has. Yeah, a little bit out of position there. Sets up for an easy one for Fly and Ollie to take.
Overall, for the Snap, if he just plays behind the body, he's always going to be able to just freely kind of cast, and Jibe should be pretty okay to sustain himself. Now they're starting to get some levels, so the raise damage is starting to add up.
A little bit of a slip up there from Eki, giving IG a well-needed boost in this lane.
You always got to be careful of the reel in. They could definitely go for it again here before this actually snaps already here. Never mind. Raindrops now acquired for Fly also, so he'll be able to sustain a little bit of the harass, but my goodness, they need regen. Tango's coming out on both of their couriers. But lane position, not so great for the SF, and they have no way to pull the lane back either. It's a double range creep pushing Jibei in.
Now Fly sitting very low. Sentry's set down point for Baboka. Gonna dive in, they get the slow off here with the grenade, allowing Smiling Knight to run down Baboka.
Uh-oh. I mean, if they weren't able to pressure Ursa in the first 2 or 3 levels, this lane is an absolute disaster as well, too. Zeal's getting something out of it, but the threat of kills is just constantly there with Phase and Orb of Venom now on Smiling Knight. And I already checked, they did block the the Ancient earlier, too. So Nico had put a Sentry Ward, so even just getting prepared for the sinking recovery outlet. Level 6 is hit on Stormer. Emo has now hit 6 also.
And they've got the numbers here, IG, bringing both supports over towards the 6-minute power room.
I think Zeal might actually be coming too.
He wants to.
Might not want to play bottom lane.
Msaneko's sort of blocking him off from getting there easily. Remnant and the silence onto Stormer.
Kaboka.
I mean, he's dead. Cookie in.
Oh, no.
I mean, it definitely does feel already we're kind of seeing that Baboka's struggling to be able to offer much in this early game as the Muerta.
The silence just feels... I remember for some time it felt like kind of like really strong. I don't know why lately it just has felt really weak whenever I've seen it on a support. Like 1.5 seconds, I mean, the puck just literally jumped into it. And with that invasive move, yeah, Seneko very on top of things today. Sentry Ward now to block hard camp, so they're doing very well in all 3 lanes, and they're preventing some of these stacks. So for IG, it's going to be eyes on Emo. That's kind of the biggest thing for me. How much he can get done with rotations, if he can catch the puck, and if he can start to fix a little bit of these lanes.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, Smiling Knight's actually doing...
He's going to try his luck.
Oh.
Nah, he's deciding against it. Hits the scan. It was only going to go if there was no one there.
Clever little move.
That was a close start overall. It's the biggest difference being that it's between the 2 carries, Smiling Knight having a much easier time than Fly.
It's a good route.
Trying for the setup, but they turn, they get the cookie in onto the 2 of them. They get the pit down as well. Ollie will be finished off, and Jibei running down Fly. Well, Jibei, he's actually going to die for that. Emo comes in with a rotation. And you can sort of see a bit of hesitation there from Jibei. He was kind of running down Fly. He realized, he was like, I'm not going to be able to finish this kill.
Stormer wasn't healthy enough to TP. I was checking him immediately, so. Good little play. Nice little Naga pull. They end up getting a core kill for a support.
Yeah, they'll take those trades.
And Emo looks like he's going to bottle up Fly. They're going to refill that bottle too so that he can keep that pressure going too. So nice.
Yeah, Ollie
nicely done.
Also able to get the, I think he just brought the mask out for Fly. Yeah,
yep.
So it's, yeah, I mean, it's... This top lane now, the early sort of difficulties is kind of gone.
It's gone.
Right? This SF, he's set now, he's able to farm. They're going to have to bring in more than just the 2 of them, as you say. It's going to be down to Stormer where he wants to make the moves. Because at the moment, just with Eki and Jibei, they're not getting kills. In fact,
the rotations.
They're vulnerable themselves. Yeah, Emo and Ollie trying to push forward. You see the root catch on to Ollie. He will be left behind. So this time, IG pushing a bit too hard to try and get some action.
Be careful. Okay. PP was cancelled, so doesn't actually have to worry.
And they might still be able to set up.
Cookie's coming up in 2 seconds. He can throw it on the creep, and he will.
Dive forward. Fly has the Requiem. Will manage to push them back, and that should give him the space.
Ooh.
It's close.
That's a very nice shot there. Attempt, at least. All right, not too shabby. I mean, at least IG's able to get something out of it, but yeah, every time that they get a little bit of something, I'm just watching the Ursa get quite a bit more. And Ursa, this hero has struggled, and we didn't really see it much at TI, if ever, really, because its lane can sometimes just not get off to a good start at all. This is just an incredible start. This Ursa's massive.
Yeah, the Battle Fury time is going to be very strong this game.
And for me, the issue is still going to be, yes, they have Void Spirit to catch the puck, but some of these games, it has not been enough. See how the catch ends up going. Trying to pressure bottom tower here. They've got Fiend's Gate available if they want to set up for a fight. They're starting to sandwich around mid. Eki not quite 6. Baboka.
They'll dive in for him. Oh, Cookie's not going to connect. And Baboka's actually able to get in the trees, but the Dream Coil comes down. Catching the 2 of them, kills off Baboka. And Seneca will try and dive away, but the Astral Steps are there from Emo to find a kill. In return, they were bringing over pretty much the whole squad there through the Fiend's Gate.
Oh, nice try, Zeal. At least trying to slow him down, prevent him from getting back up there. They'll hold on to their tower, though, but it requires so many rotations. 4 heroes now on the side of IG.
Yeah, quite a lot of early moves here from both of the teams.
Flyfly's got the Mask of Madness at the least, though.
I think he should catch up,
Not
at
so
least
bad.
until the Battle Fury's there for Smiling
Yes.
Knight. You know, pre-Battle Fury on Ursa, this SF now should probably catch up in farm, but once that Battle Fury timing's done on Smiling Knight, unless they put some really heavy attention and trying to take away his area of the map, this Ursa's going to farm pretty darn fast.
Yeah, and he can probably get involved even with Battle Fury a little earlier than the SF because there's so much magic damage. Stormstormer jumps in, takes...
Always cheeky.
I think he got it almost all of them.
I mean, they might lose some heroes in return. Zeki. So he can get down from this. He's able to jump down with the cookie.
Oops.
And missed the scatter blast. And he's still... He survives a long time. Finally goes down.
So Nico's got Egg.
And at the same time, Smiling Knight did manage to run down Ollie. The Dream
Got
calls
the
out for Stormstormer. Have they got enough damage to burst Remo? Not quite. Astral Steps there. He'll jump out.
Careful. So what happened? How did he get the kill?
He killed Ollie.
I guess he just found Ollie alone. That's pretty big. This Battle Fury just getting it accelerated even more. Zeal is getting a decent amount, even though they've been contesting a lot of his Ancients and blocking and all that. So it's actually much better than I expected him to after the first few waves of the Ursa getting free farm. Level 8 on him. Emo. So you have the burst. They're actually turning on him, maybe? No. And yeah, Boboka is queuing up the Atos. I mean, there's not really any other build you can do on them where it's kind of figured it had to be this. So building for himself, see if it does end up paying off. And see if the silences actually end up tripping up some of these heroes. Because if he does catch the puck in the silence, even the Ursa and the Phoenix, there is some merit to it. It's just...
I'm looking at this, Smiling Knight's just stepping into their triangle, taking creeps. You know, that's how strong he feels. Even as an Ursa pre-Battle Fury, he knows that, you know, there's not really a huge amount that IG can do to take him out unless they bring, like, at least 3 heroes.
The fact that they always have, like, Fiend's Gate ready, too, right? It's
yeah,
like,
they can
you
back
always
them up.
have these, like, +1s. It makes it scary for you to contest and protect your triangle a little bit.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke coming out. Kisses are finally online. It took a little bit of time for Eki, but...
Now, the team fight
It's crazy.
could be
It's crazy.
pretty tough for IG to match right now.
And they don't have Song yet. If they have Song, they can kind of counter-initiate and maybe go for their own team.
Boca. Well, they'll sell for him first. A few spells off the mark. Doesn't matter. They'll use the Dream Core to secure it.
And just playing in this area. They know that they want to farm. They want to farm Triangle with the Sanking in particular, but just constantly playing around this to shut down.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And look at the double obs wards too. That's really clever. So just looking to play super aggressive and prevent that farm. I like it.
Stormstormer. He's setting up onto Zeal. Doesn't have the Dream Core, of course, and the rest of the team can't quite get to it. The TPs are coming in. So IG...
Look at the support sitting on the side on Avulus. They're ready here. Ollie will find the ward. And with the rotations, looks like they will push Avulus away. But there's that Battle Fury.
Yeah, 13 minutes.
Oh, Snako actually stepped back in.
Oh, that's a freebie there for Emo.
Dire's middle tower.
He'll take that. That's pretty big, to be honest. That's the second component of his Aghanims. And it's very important to have the Sags versus the Ursa and that puck. So maybe if they, I mean, with the silences layering them, could be pretty good versus both of those heroes in particular. But Stormstormer so far, he's 4-0.
They've got the cookie. They've got Dream Core in a couple of seconds. Ollie.
He's gonna die.
He's just going to indeed die to the kiss. The coil comes a little bit too slow, though. Emo already out with the Astral Step.
Flyfly turned up.
Should be. And he's got the opening routes here with the pit. Got any further way to continue chasing this? Snako wants to, dives forward.
I'm shocked that Flyfly has turned up to this fight.
I mean, they're chasing him down. They've got the pit again. Fly's
going
gone
down.
out once more. He's out. And Stormstormer's the one to pick up the kill with the orb.
I did not expect. I guess they really wanted to defend this mid tower, but I thought it would be Zeal who would rotate over instead of Flyfly. Because
Yeah, that's rough.
That shuts down all the recovery that he's made in that early game.
And just means in comparison, Smiling Light on his carry on the Ursa, he's just going to get further and further ahead. Already, what, with 13 minutes, 30 seconds Battle Fury this game, these items are going to come flying out for the Ursa.
I mean, maybe because Ali died, it messed things up because they wanted to do some song fight.
Well, Stormstormer managed to get the jump in. They find Zeal relatively low. Zeal's able to turn with the Burrow Strike. I love the Remnant and drop the Epicenter, but Stormstormer's able to jump away in time. The Supernova's out. I mean, can they kill the Supernova? They're trying to. They'll get it. But they've already lost both Emo and Ollie. They're going to lose Baboka as well.
And Flyfly, the portal to cut him off.
They're trying to indeed make sure that Flyfly cannot escape. The Scanner Blast slow connects. They'll catch him in the pit. Smiling Knight steps up. Oh, this is going rougher and rougher for IG.
The egg actually baited him. I was like, oh, they can't kill the egg, but Flyfly TP's in to kill it, and it actually puts him in position to just die immediately right after he respawns. So, okay, you kill the 5 position, but not worth it
You
whatsoever.
lost so much in return. And the fact that, you know, Smiling Light's able to just casually walk up, get involved. That's the Blink Dagger done on top of the Battle Fury.
He is tremendous.
It's going to be so difficult for Flyfly to catch up and farm to what this Ursa has right now.
And Stormstormer just dances on him, right? He evades the majority of that damage. The one who's taking the brunt of the damage, it's Shibei. The egg comes out. I think they can't hit it because of how many units there were for a second. Then Flyfly focus fires, but everybody's dead already. So, disaster comes. I got the fight recap there. Don't worry, Observer. It was a 1,700 gold and a 2,000 experience advantage there for Avulus after the fight.
I'm back in action. Look at the kisses coming out. That's Emo dead once more.
They're crushing this game. To be anticipated a bit with the way that the draft was and with the way that these lanes have played out, it's even kind of feels even worse than I expected it to be. Stormstormer is absolutely crushing this. He does get netted, so they do stop his DP. This puck is just out of control, and this is the puck versus the Void Spirit matchup that has been what people have. I mean, people are just trying to solve puck, but.
Wally, lucky with the jukes there.
Nice juke.
Will manage to escape. And nearly was at a risk of dying for stopping the TP. And there's Roshamp.
They got it already.
It's gone. Smiling Knight and Shibei are going to make quick work of it.
Zeal has pipe, so at the least they have some damage negation, but I still feel like they're very fragile in this draft. Even with this, because there's so much hybrid damage, and there's just actually so much overwhelming magic damage. But we'll see how the next few fights go. If IG can somehow try to set up, get the Ags for Emo, set up with the Song Requiem play, but it's looking harder and harder as the game accelerates.
It really is. I mean, and I'll hazard a guess as well that Smiling Knight on his Ursa, with the amount of games that he's played, when he has this good of a start, I'm going to guess he doesn't normally lose these sort of games.
I don't think many Ursas do lose these type of games.
When you're 70 minutes in, Blink, Battle Fury, Aegis as well, you know, these Ursa players don't lose these sort of games.
No, and also like this is a game where he doesn't need to be like, oh, I can skip the BKB and go for some Basher or something. No, this is such a good BKB game. He can just go for it versus the SK versus the entire lineup, pretty much. So once he has that, they don't even have the opportunities perhaps to get the song combos. So far, 18 minutes. Not seeing too many good options here for the side of IG, at least in this early game. Baboka is 0-6 as well. Had our concerns for the man on the Muerta.
Down the mid they go, Avulus.
Arcane Rune.
Ready to get aggressive around Smiling Knight's Aegis. Zeal. Just outside the range of that.
I like it. Zeal did find Vampire Fangs, so quite a bit tankier. Fly. He needs help, and he needs it now.
Is there any way to get him out of this? Look at the fear on the Stormstormer. Fly tries for the ult, but the Supernova's upon him. Fly's gone, Baboka tries for the TP out, but Shibei's got him caught in the pit.
Emo almost dies to Ancient in the meanwhile, too. Careful, Emo. They're playing super aggressive, and they're utilizing this Fiend's Gate pretty much off cooldown. It's like anytime they see a target, they're going to go and bring the numbers, and it's just constantly catching IG off guard. And, oh, Smiling Knight comes in and takes the Ancients that Emo got low. Well, that's pretty much the BKB done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, yeah, you just see that. They're very similar last hits, but the GPM, I guess just with how sort of the objectives have been going Avulus' way, and you know, the fact that Smiling Knight is 4-0-3, whilst Fly 1-3 and 2. Has really just given him that sort of nearly 50% advantage, really, in terms of that early.
And overall, like they've been playing. Oh, Cookie. they've been playing to prevent the SF from getting to triangle. The Sanking has been farming most of that triangle. SF has been farming like small creeps and stuff, so it's limited for Fly to find options with how quick this game accelerated. They're looking for a fight, but this is into Aegis and this is into the BKB that's coming out.
And Smiling Knight will jump in and take out the courier. They'll try and see if they can burst through the Aegis quickly. They can.
His BKB is on the courier above him. Do they kill the courier?
He's going to get caught with a fear. He'll be able to get the ult off. That's the BKB out safely delivered to him. Got the song.
Do they know he has this BKB? I mean, they're clicking on him now.
He should be able to press it. BKB, they'll get it off easily.
And now they're going to get re-gone on perhaps Ollie. Stormstormer.
Oh, he's going to get caught by the root. Okay. They found the puck. Can they get anything more? They need to push on here. IG Zeal jumps forward. They get the forest strike. They're going to be able to find two more as they take down both Seneko and Smiling Knight. Eki and Jibby trying to TP up. The shot there from Baboka puts a stop to Jibbe's escape. IG, they're able to strike back. They make it work. I mean, around that point, I mean, they were setting up the BKBs off. You kind of see Avulus. They could have probably just decided to run around the BKB of Smiling Knight, but they decided they wanted to try and take the fight. IG said, you're more than welcome.
What ended up clipping it, Stormstormer? Was it just the Aether Remnant? I think he did get caught by that.
Either that or the Atos from Baboka.
I didn't see, but either way, I mean, that's the biggest one. They're able to grab that puck in the front line, keep him controlled.
Remnant into the fear from Baboka, into the Atos from Baboka, so
they needed that.
They caught him.
They needed that, and they needed that bad, but it's exactly when they did need it, because it's around the Tormentor, it's around the Wisdom Rune too.
Check it out.
Let's see it again, because
at this point, Avulus could have got out of there.
Yeah.
They did not have to fight this. Understandably, with the lead that they had, they felt that they could, but indeed, Stormstormer completely controlled. Jibbe Fiends Gates in, but it's a beautiful jump for Zeal. Gets it at the side, catches Smiling Knight and Snake off on the retreat, and at this point, the fight's over.
Avulus had nothing actually up at that point, right? The Kisses were still down, Egg was still down, so they've really pushed into that fight without having much except for the puck spells. They get punished for it. And that was their choice, like you said, picking that fight.
Yeah, they could have run.
Huge swing.
Yeah, absolutely back in the game, RG.
Yeah, definitely gets him back in the game.
It really does.
I am still worried for the Shadow Fiend in particular, for Fly, but everybody else has now completely fixed their game. Void Spirit, Emo, I believe his Aghanim's is done. He's got an Ogre Club, or sorry, Mithril Hammer. He's still a bit behind the puck, but this could catch Stormstormer quite a bit here. But again, Avulus is still feeling strong. Looking for these fights, bringing the numbers.
Ollie out alone there. I mean, Smiling Knight leading the smoke.
He's feeling like they just made a mistake in the fight. They're still feeling super confident to jump forward.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Eki is, I mean, every time I'm seeing these Snapfires, they're owning. Eki is really farmed. 6-2 and 10. He's queuing up the Aghanims. And they're getting Force Stabs. Okay, so I think he has the Force done, so we'll have a way to probably reset position of either the Puck or the Ursa versus some of these silences. But still looking to play aggressive. Even though it's a 3K lead, but they did get Tormentor, so it's like they got the free shard. So it's like, who actually ended up getting that shard? It was the Naga. Okay, so kind of one of the most important ones. And Fly does have BKB now.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke on smoke. He's going to make the jump first. They're going to get the 3-man silence. Smiling Knight puts the BKB and follows up. Looks towards Fly, but Fly with no BKB is able to step away. Stormstormer gets caught once again.
He gets nothing off.
Let's see if they can find anything more here, IG. They're definitely going to want to try and push on here with a number advantage. 5 versus 4. They look for the setup on the Jibbe. Burrow strike to follow up. They'll have the damage to bring down the Underlord as well. And now with the song, Ollie, he's looking for further setup. Would have liked to get another core, but they'll settle for the Snapfire. As the root's there, no cookie will save Eki.
Zeal.
The whole lead, it's been completely taken away from Avulus as IG.
He comes in so close. Stormstormer blinks in to a Burrow Strike. I think they got double Burrow Striked as they went in, and then they got the silence cover up. They chained the silence perfectly onto Stormstormer. Impressive stuff from IG. I mean, we've seen them kind of falter a lot in some of their games overall with some of their team fight, but this game, they're starting to make up for it after having that disadvantage.
It's looking really good. Being able to fight from behind and just turning that sort of early game.
Zeal is honestly doing such a good job this game. He has yet to die on the sanking somehow.
Yeah, against a lane that could have gone pretty rough for him.
Yep.
But yeah, just not able to find opportunities to kill him.
Stormstormer needs some help, or he needs a Yules. I don't think they could get in range of the Force Staff that time to protect him, but he needs some type of protection versus these double silences, yeah. And the route that comes out from Baboka. And with those fights, to be honest, Baboka, even though he's 1-7, is starting to get some okay farm too. 8 and drums finished up, 1,300 gold. I'm making sure he's got Gunslinger on. He does.
What's going to go next? Is this the point where you're like, well, I've done my supporting duties, and I do have an ATOS, so it would be a shame not to buy a Maelstrom and get a Gleipnir, and then, oh, well, I've got a Maelstrom and a Gleipnir. I might as well buy some right-click items.
It's
What's
Baboka.
the plan?
He has an Iron Talon also, so it's definitely a possibility, but looks like he is going to go more down the support route.
Okay, get that Yules up.
Very good versus the Ursa.
Yep.
Cool with that. Okay, this game got a lot more exciting.
Oh, it really did. It really did. It looked to be a game that Avulus could have just rode out that lead, but that bad fight down bottom into the rough one in mid. Yeah, IG with the outplay.
And Fly now, he is hitting hard. Does have to be cautious of getting got on top of when the Ursa has the basher.
Yeah.
But right now, a good surge of momentum for them.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last fight, right? If he's able to BKB and keep his distance, there's nothing to control him.
But Fly.
He's got backup behind him.
He'll have to BKB. Can he live though?
Oh,
he
wow.
dies!
He's dead in the fountain.
Coil snap? Was it a coil snap to fountain?
It must have been. I think that was indeed what did it when he was out.
Take out damage, but Stormstormer got the last hit, and now they lose another one. And oh, and look what just came up. It's a rush that just spawned. Yeah, the coil magic.
All right, this game's getting spicy. It's a back and forth on this one.
And now Zeal, they will catch Stormstormer. Do they have enough? The Pavis?
Not quite. He's going to be able to live with the phase shift. I mean, Emo's going for the BKB TP out. Makes it away. Stormstormer is continuing with the chase down the mid lane. Zeal watching from the side. We'll see if Zeal feels there's anything he can do to help out. They have the song. I mean, yeah, they'll get out there. Zeal was a little tempted. He's like, maybe I could go for some epicenter play.
I was really hoping that they wouldn't do that because the pipe was online from Underlord.
Oh, Zeal!
Smiling Knight doesn't have the dust and bag. He actually backpacked it.
Okay. I mean, Zeal's got backup coming over, but doesn't want to stick around and mess around with Smiling Knight anymore. So Smiling Knight will be able to secure the Roche once again.
Back to business. Basher is online, almost level 20. That 20 talent. Remember when that was a 15 talent? The Earth was right. The Earthshock applies to Furiosos, I'm pretty sure.
No, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Bottom SF. Yeah, we saw
he
how
nearly
it was.
gets out.
They just threw everything onto him. It is a bit too much damage.
It's so close.
And snap. He had 5 HP. Probably would have ticked to some of the damage maybe at the end there, but does end up dying to the snap of the coil. Giving the carries the wisdom runes in this game definitely makes sense because those 20 talents, I feel like a lot of these 20 talents are really big for most of these carries. So Ursa gets the double swipes, and SF, of course, will get the souls soon.
Marvelous. Coming in with the smoke. IG, they have everything apart from the song available. And
Natus just has such explosive team fight. If they start the fight, a target is almost dead immediately.
Yeah. If they, ideally for them, they'd get the jump on Fly.
Oh, and speaking of Fly, Owen.
Ooh, they found him. They'll put the BKB, but Smiling Knight's in with the bashes. Fly will still manage to retreat. Gets away from both the Supernova and the Kisses.
Bit of an over-aggressive egg there.
I mean, this is the outside of the bashes, there's nothing else to stop Fly from running away during BKB.
No BKB, though, for 70 seconds. Do they want to look to contest this tier 2? It looks like they do. Fly is running right back to mid. Definitely a risk when you don't have BKB right now. Puck coil is available. They did use kisses and the egg, though.
They're going to get the jump. See if they can get through this Aegis. Got the damage coming in from Fly. They can do it very quickly. That's going to be the Aegis gone. Baboka getting low. Dream Coil comes in.
Only a coil on Baboka, though.
Zeal hovering at the side of the fight. It's kind of an awkward spot for Avulus to try and get in onto, as they won't dive any further.
They've used quite a bit of their ults. That's Coil, that's Egg, that's Kisses. Do they want to persist?
And IG, they still have, pretty much everything. How until Song? Song is back up in 12 seconds, so IG pretty much having everything ready for the next fight.
Avulus will probably split up.
I think so. Just back up, get that next round of items done. This is not the time to look for a fight against IG.
Yeah, using all these ults. Don't want to force another bad scenario, because they have done, 2 times now where they forced some bad fights. Stormstormer, his Yules is finished. He's actually on his way to the Octarine now too, so maybe feeling a bit more comfortable around these fights. And they're throwing these buffs on him, so they do have these silences. They do have these a couple of these silences to cover him, but now with the pipe, Solar Crest, Yules, in most situations he is looking to survive. How's Zeal's items looking? I mean, still pretty good. No Bloodstone round for him, though. Smiling Knight. And the ultis are back up. Let's see if does Avulus have a smoke. They don't, so. But they do have. There's that third aura.
Zeal.
Guard's done. Do they have the burst?
He's got the opener. They certainly do. Stormstormer caught again.
That's a gem. It's a pretty big pickup. They're going to smoke immediately after that. Zeal is... That's, I think, 3 times now I've seen him be able to get this Burrow Strike onto the puck. I feel like he's actually been the X factor for the side of IG.
I think so. I'd agree. Yeah, this Sand King's been fantastic.
Eki might also now get caught.
He certainly will. And Zeal, he actually gets the Burrow Strike over towards Smiling Knight as well. He'll be able to jump away with the Earth Shock. And they just completely destroy Seneko there. With the hard hits coming in.
Lasting presence, baby. The minus armor stacking up in that fight.
Oh, get the top tier 1 tower.
Yep.
I mean, they're already looking over towards the mid. Baboka, he's starting off the play here, following up with Zeal's jump. Jibe's going to try and get through the Fiend's Gate. They've got a Yules to stop him from getting through, and they've got further backup coming in as well. Jibe will not be able to escape this. They have the Yules set up once more. Jibe's gone. I mean, IG this game, anytime they get kind of 1 kill, they're doing an excellent job of just turning into so much more.
Avulus just gets 1 by 1 by 1.
Yeah.
They kind of walk out Save Your Buddy syndrome. They get punished for it. IG. Beautiful moves, great aggression, and picking up that gem and no hesitation. They got the gem, they killed Stormstormer, and it was instant smoke to find
Look at these towers with this aura from the SF. I think the towers we saw had like minus 15 armor total with everything coming into account.
BKB also coming out for Zeal too. He has yet to die, and that's going to help him a lot more. They may have to put more attention onto the Sand King. It's causing some big problems.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I feel like that sort of falls down to like who Smiling Knight looks to jump. Like, who's going to try and jump and lock down with the Nullifier and the Basher? You going for Fly, or you going for Zeal?
They're going to look to go in here. Smiling Knight.
He might just jump Baboka, go for the easy kill first. How does he want to enter into the fight, Smiling Knight? He's eyeing up the options. He's going to go for Baboka. He's able to get the ult off. There's a Burrow Strike in return and the Fear controlling Smiling Knight. They'll put the ult, but he's already been burst down to less than half HP.
He has the BKB.
Oh, they want to go again now, IG. As soon as that sort of kicked off, they're going to see if they can surprise Avulus with a jump. Avulus, they're playing very careful now, though. They know that IG's been looking for these sort of aggressive moves.
Baboka was so fast with the Piercing Veil. That was absolutely instant that he was able to get it off.
They're going to get the jump with Smiling Knight. They catch him out of the side. The Supernova is there. Smiling Knight able to put the BKB, turns towards Emo. IG, they'll kite out the Supernova. They're back out for now. Dive 4 from Seneko. You have to get back in. They have the Yules set up. Remnant to follow up. Is there any sort of save or help for Stormstormer? Smiling Knight's going to jump in with the bashes. The Yules is off. Stormstormer able to buy himself some safety. The Requiem comes out, pushing Smiling Knight back. Firefly turns towards him. They'll hold back the 2 of them with the Dream Coil. Eki getting dragged back out of the base. Smiling Knight jumps back in onto Emo. The bashes are there, but the Astral steps back up. Emo's able to retreat. IG, they keep everybody alive. Jump forward for Smiling Knight. He'll get Baboka. Can he find a bash? He can't. Fly. Able to TP away.
Can Zeal get himself away? They're looking to chase for more. Stormstormer.
He's still got a Yules and a Blink. It should be fine. It's going to be hard for Stormstormer to keep chasing this one. So IG just losing Baboka.
Did I see that right too? Did someone drop a banner during this fight? What the heck was that? I think Seneko dropped a banner at the fight. I don't know. Maybe he misclicked something, but that was kind of funny to see. Either way, a good chase forward, a good reset there. I think it's very lucky a little bit for Fly that he gets out because the Ursa actually just bashed the Voka, so it's actually cooldown because he got 2 or 3 hits. This game is exciting. This game is so close
crazy
than I expected.
fight set. I mean, this jump as well. It was a good solid effort to try and take Smiling Knight out of the fight straight away, but they couldn't quite do it.
I mean, when did he drop the banner? Actually, I'm like waiting to see. I don't know. It's so irrelevant and dumb, but I've never seen it used like this.
And the fact that Stormstormer lives here as well.
Yeah, such good plays with the supports just burying him. And yeah, look at the banner.
But it clears the trees out though, right? When you put a banner down.
I mean, sure, I guess, yeah.
That's probably what it was, right?
I mean, I guess so, Owen.
It does kill trees in the area, right? I'm not crazy, right?
I'm pretty sure it does, yes.
Yeah.
It used to. I don't know if they changed that.
Okay. Yeah, I think otherwise you can hide it too easily. So I think he was just doing it to clear the area, clear the trees.
I guess you're right, actually.
Give some space for
Is that worth it?
I mean, hey, who knows?
I've never seen it used like that. Smoke, IG, all prepared for the fight. Fly has Butterfly coming out. That's pretty massive. The MKB is queued up on the Ursa, but there's no True Strike.
Ooh. Time to jump! They're going to jump in straight away. Look towards Fly. Fly's able to put the BKB. Smiling Knight's in on top of it. Going to continue to chase him down on the backside. Stormstormer gets caught. Once again, caught by the Remnant. Fly can't get the Requiem off. Both the team's losing a core at the start of the action.
The Ursa's alive, though. The big damage dealer.
Go forward, jump forward again. Smiling Knight. Now back by the Eels. They do have the song from Ollie available. If they see a chance to reset or set something up.
IG's got to retreat. They do not want to fight into Smiling Knight right now. That was Butterfly just picked up on the SF, and he still just gets brought down. A good distraction, I guess, from Stormstormer. He kind of jumped, gave his life into the backlines versus everyone else so they could isolate the Shadow Fiend.
And Fly's game is going to get so much harder now that the full Abyssal's there for Smiling Knight.
Yeah, he does have the evasion, but yeah, there's still going to be that lockdown. We see there's a lot of high damage. Smiling Knight, he goes for a creep camp.
They're going to need to jump on him. Smiling Knight forced down to the side. Can he get out of this? He can.
Wow.
Oh, he's lucky to live there. Did not expect IG to make that sort of jump on him that quickly. On the side, Burrow Strike not quite clipping Snake, but the Remnant drag back. Well, Smiling Knight's back in. Jumps in over towards Zeal. He's going to get healed up, and the song's there. The setup comes in.
Smiling Knight in trouble.
They've got the pit down in return. They managed to get the catch on Azil. Smiling Knight, he's able to jump forward. Burrow Strike comes in, but again, he's surviving through it all here, Smiling Knight. He's able to blink away.
Emo?
And so Nako also actually able to walk away from this. It's Emo dead.
He dies to an auto attack of the Snapfire.
IG, they've got to get out. Zeal.
He tips him.
Oh, he knows he's in there.
Can he make him? Can he get out of this one?
He's got BKB TP. Only thing we'll do is a bash. But the Smiling Knight can't get in range. So Zeal gets out successfully. Roshan back up again, so it's going to be the third Brosh that Smiling Knight's going to be able to claim.
That's an Aghanims one too. That's a pretty massive one. And these fights are crazy, Owen. I can't believe how long Smiling Knight is able to live without BKB and Enrage just because of all these barriers.
Like they
Glimmer, Solar, Pipe, Crimson, everything on top of him, and he lives with like 20% HP, but then he has like 1,000+ barrier.
Because that didn't seem like a bad shout at all from IG to try and catch him, but he did not expect IG to jump in there. He got so close to getting him.
This supporting cast is playing so well on the side of Avulus. Just 4 staffs, reposition out of the silences, get the barriers going. Bottom.
Oh, they wanted to see if they could find Zeal.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, Zeal very close to being able to go for the Shiva's Guard next. A lot of money on Eki as well on the side of Avulus.
Eki got a huge boost because he got solo XP also for killing Emo. Emo is running away with like literally 1 auto attack of HP, and he got the auto attack on him. So it's nearly level 20. Not on the Sam King, on the Snapfire. Pretty big. And now MKB soon to be on the horizon for Smiling Knight, and that's when the SF just gets eaten, even more so.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see how much they want to push with this Aegis. They get the creeps pushed in towards the tier 2 bottom. They'll swing over to mid. IG, what's the plan now? Do you try and get out and fight into this Aegis? Or do you have to calm it down a little bit now, if you're IG?
Calm it down a bit, but still, you don't want them to just control the whole map and let this Ursa get so much more. Ursa now, another critical mass point. 25 has been hit. They're going to smoke off of that. Anyone who gets caught in the double fury swipe, any double overpowers is dead.
Yeah, IG's got to be ready to save Fly with the sort of same level of buffs that we're seeing, you know, Smiling Knight getting bailed out by his teammates in the team fights.
They have to
make sure Fly gets out.
So they do have like better positioning for the Naga Siren to bail him out. He's not level 18 yet for the faster song frequency, but Boca even buys like a 4-staff. So they're looking for more of these answers to try to kite out the Ursa. Ooh, okay. I saw you had the Axe queued. I like this better. Just go for the Hex.
Okay.
Playing versus this Hex. Honestly, this Sand King has been super annoying.
Yeah.
He has BKB, but if they get 2 Hexes, that's probably going to just be the answer to lock down these last few heroes even more so. The MKB done.
He is going to eat up this Shadow Fiend if he gets to jump on Fly. Smiling Knight, very, very scary right now.
And it's very difficult for them to support cast him because, yeah, they have some of these 4-staves and all that, but the Nullifier will prevent pretty much all of these defensive capabilities onto Fly. That's kind of the sad thing of playing like the range carry, right? Like you can't actually, no one can go for this Dispel versus the Ursa, so he's just constantly barriered up. You can't go for these Nullifiers on SF. So no Dispel to get rid of any of this. That's been pretty. I guess they have the Yules if he doesn't have BKB active, but. Timeless Relic, Seneko also queuing up a Hex.
A Smiling Knight is going in.
That's pretty aggressive. Now he's pretty alone.
Making a jump. That's the Aegis gone. Backup is coming in for Avulus. Fly trying to time the Requiem. Won't be able to stop Smiling Knight from getting the BKB off. He turns, gets the Abyssal Blade down on the Fly has to put the BKB to back off. The kisses come in, but Boca
coil on
caught by the coil as well. Baboka's incredibly low. Can he survive this? He can't. Baboka's gone. The song comes out, but the jump on a Fly, it's there as Fly's gone. No buyback available for him. He's short 1,800 gold. As Avulus, they're ready to dive on for more, forcing IG back towards the base, back towards the fountain. Stormstormer gets tripped up, but they're able to break him out of the combo with the cookie. As Avulus just beating them back to the fountain.
What a play from the 2 supports again from Avulus. They jump in onto Fly and Egg and then Cookie on top of him with their Blink Daggers. That was literally them finishing him off. That was very cool play. And yeah, 65 seconds.
A lot of damage is going to get done here. No Shadow Fiend.
Zeal might just have to throw an Epi and just try.
We'll see. They're definitely going to lose 1 set of racks. They may just lose 2.
They're not going to stop here. They're going to have triple Hex on the side of Avulus. I think all 3 are actually coming to be delivered soon.
Oh, they're in.
Jump in.
Emo. Gets caught by the coil into the Hex. Couple more hits will do it. Oh, he's going to get the Yules off. He's up in the air. Can he jump out of this? He slides out to the side with the 4-staff. He's going to live. Emo gets out of there. Zeal. Strike over towards Eki. He's able to force out. He's got the epicenter as well, pumping. BKB has to back away from Smiling Knight. Won't quite be able to get the claws onto the Sand King.
Careful, Emo. No BKB, can't jump in.
Emo surviving there.
Just watch Emo though. You have to be he has to be super careful how he uses his BKB. These double hexes are online. Seneko switched. He's going Refresher. He's going for the bigger items since they have the 2 hexes on the other heroes. And there's a jump.
They've got that Hex opening. The kiss is coming in, but the follow-up's not quite there in time. Emo's able to slide back to safety. Now they'll turn. They'll jump back in over towards Smiling Knight. So they've got the damage here as the ult comes to an end. A Hex thrown down onto Fly. Up onto the base, though. Do they want to dive in? Avulus. They're going to hold back. Stormstormer teasing around, but will be able to jump outside of the base. Has to use the Dream Core to hold back. Emo jumping from Smiling Knight. Puts the BKB 70% for Emo. He's forced back to safety once more. Jumps back in with the Astral Step. The ult's back up for Smiling Knight. The Supernova's there. They get the pit onto the 3 of them. Emo caught by another Hex. He's getting burst low. Can he jump in time? He can. It simulates up. Emo survives.
Oh! And surviving there. It's Seneko.
Is under attack.
They have a second round of egg. He's got the refresher at the ready. They did use quite a bit of ultis on the side of Avulus.
Yeah, they might just back off and wait for the cooldowns to come back up naturally.
Yep.
They know that they're building that lead, keeping IG forced into the base.
They've been stuck in the base what feels like for 4 minutes almost. Can't get outside.
Regeneration.
And Zeal has yet to die too, still on the sinking. He is playing it really nicely, but it's overall, the game state is feeling very difficult for Fly to actually do damage. I'm seeing him attacking heroes, in particular the Ursa, and he's just tickling him. Even though he has all these items, it just doesn't feel like he's actually doing damage. It's pretty crazy.
IG, I wouldn't be surprised if we see them come out of the base with a smoke play. You know, they've got their ults, 10 seconds to the epicenter. Do they really want to sit back and keep doing this in their base, or do they want to try and catch Avulus by surprise out on the map?
At least probably smoke and get a ward down somehow, so you can get some like high ground advantage positioning, so maybe you can go for that type of play, but it feels difficult for them to fight outside the base right now. They don't have this type of... I mean, they have the Blink Burrow, but that's about it. They don't have a Hex. They don't have these instant... as many disables or anything in comparison to Avulus, so it does feel difficult. They can't really lock down a target and just kill them with the way that Avulus has been... I mean, with the two supports, I have to give them the most credit with the way they've been bailing them out. The Force Staffs, the Cookies, the Glimmer Solars. I do want to see them at least get vision outside, though. Can't just be stuck inside the base. So Ollie, we'll definitely see him place at least 1 or 2 of these wards down.
Do you like this from Fly opting to try and get the disperser here?
I don't know what he builds, to be honest with you. I've been trying to think about it. It feels like it could be some type of rapier game, but also maybe needs some type of positioning thing. I saw him queuing up Silver Edge as well, so he's just looking for something that can help him get in and out of fights a bit more.
Sure. And probably just something that he can replace the boots with, but still have some maneuverability.
Yeah, some extra mobility kind of
So it's kind of what Disperser, or the more common one would be what the Swift Blink.
I just don't, yeah, I don't know. This one doesn't, I don't feel like Disperser it feels like enough, but maybe I'm wrong about it. Because he has the Aviana Feather, so he does have at least a little bit of extra movement speed coming from that.
That's true, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm just unsure what item he builds. He even had Lincoln's queued up, I think, at some point, too. He's feeling that pressure of the Ursa. Emo will have his Lincolns finished up. Also, Emo has been... I think this is the 4th time he's been gathering Lotuses, so he does have another Greater Healing Lotus, which I think saved him in the last fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Fabulous. Smoking up.
Both teams have got everything ready. We'll see who finds who first. Just under 10 seconds, and Roshan will be back up on the Dire side.
They got the scan connection. They know they're out here somewhere.
I've hit them again. They know pretty accurately where they are.
Emo.
Storm's already going to get the jump in. Reveals himself, so now they know what's up. Fly setting up in the trees. It's a bit tricky now for Avulus to get them by surprise now, as IG are prepared.
Has been killed.
Indeed, have this lane ward down. They'll be able to get the D ward.
They're going to start it.
I mean, I like this. Why not?
It's a risky play, but
sure, you've got to take this risk, and you don't really want to walk into the fight. You also know that at the moment, Avulus are a bit scared about how they try and approach you. The Remnant is going to get Stormstormer. Look at the user. Smiling Knight jumps in as well, but the Burrow Strike there from Zeal onto the 2 of them. The space continues though for Fly to desperately try and finish Operation. Smiling Knight stepped up with the BKB, gets his hands up on Boca, but the Roshan's fallen Aegis into the hands of Fly. They got the song. Ollie immediately putting it to actually cancelling the song in turn. Wants the fight to continue to happen. The Supernova's out. The Dream Caller's caught the 2 of them. Smiling Light jumps in, looks to try and take down Fly. The ones he'll get him. As the Aegis gone, turns over towards Zeal. He'll finish off the Sand King. They'll set up for round 2 on Fly. Fly pops the BKB. Smiling Light's in on top of him. Fly will get the Requiem off. Forces out at the pit, out to the side. Tries to turn towards Stormstormer, but they're falling so low. They've got nothing left in the tank here. IG, they just have to bail out who they can. They try and TP out. Ollie not going to make it away as he gets caught by the final bit of burst from Stormstormer. They get the roast, they get the Aegis, but the fight, they do not get that. Avulus able to take them in the team fight. Zeal's brought back as well, so an expensive situation of events there for IG that do not benefit them.
Who got the blessing? I didn't even get.
I think the ESF. No,
did he?
No, who got them?
Did they kill it?
I thought I saw the SF
I
pick it up.
thought I saw a picture of it appear
above the
his
SF.
head. I thought so too, but oh, I have no idea.
No. Oh no, it's in the base. It's in the base. They have it. They're having the fountain.
Oh wait, but how did it get there?
Well, the SF picks it up.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then
Sorry,
you probably dropped it from the stash.
I was like, wait, what?
So they do have the ice. Who's going to take that?
Well, they're losing their base, so
That's true. They might not get the chance to take it. If the push comes in,
they'll leave it for
Avulus.
the SF. Either way, I'd imagine, but that fight was a bit discombobulated from the side of IG also. The song came out very anti-synergy. It was like a song into an instant cancel. Not the ideal. Unsure if it would have made a huge difference, but I think maybe they could have used a song to like reset and leave the fight after they get the Aegis, but a bit of a blunder. Difficult to make that kind of call too when everybody's just in your face. But I think that was like, it was like a 1 second song,
I like
right?
it. Emo, he said, I want the money. So sells his Aghanims, picks up the free one. So now he gets a nice cash boost and can try and rush this nullifier.
Oh, I like it. So they're discussing things clearly amongst each other. They're like, we need to deal with all these barriers,
and saves,
buffs and everything that's going on in the Ursa. So, all right. That's very admirable of Fly to give the mid as the carry, you know, give him the item to sell rather than take it yourself.
That's true. Because with the Ags on SF, it's like, who cares about the ult? It's the fact you get more souls.
That's the big one.
You know what I mean?
The ult heal is very nice.
I mean, it is nice, but you know, there's a reason why you're not buying or rushing the Ags when you play SF.
Sure. Not anymore.
You know, all you care about is the nice little bonus. It's like, oh, well, if I get it for free, I get more souls. More right click.
That was Zeal's first death, by the way. They finally were able to take down that Sand King.
He's trying his best this game. He really is. It's a tough one. And ultimately, as we're seeing in these last few fights, just the fact that this Ursa, Smiling Knight, he kills anyone.
It's the Ursa.
It's such a huge threat for any of the heroes.
It's the Ursa with the supporting cast. Because it pretty much feels like they're just buffing him constantly. They're throwing everything on him. I even saw the Underlord. He's, I think, almost every fight. I don't point this out because it's kind of relevant. It's irrelevant, but it's irrelevant. The Firestorm on him, too. So he's got like a Firestorm follow him.
He's got everything.
He's got every buff possible.
I mean, it's just that the Ursa was the perfect hero for these heroes to support and save.
And the 25s are being hit. Eki, the kisses, the +8. It's gotten buffed last patch. It's absurd how much it does. 25 on Underlord and 25 on Puck. So, massive timings being hit for Avulus as well.
Yeah.
For IG, they did not hit any other real big timing except for the nullifier on Emo.
How we're doing on the... Okay, so the treads have been sold, and he's actually just going to try and settle for something that he can complete, and just goes for an S and Y, fly.
Okay, yeah, just
something.
Something for the fight,
yeah,
because they know that this next fight is likely the last one. They've made them work for this game, though. 51 minutes.
Yeah, there's been a lot of action.
Quite back and forth as well.
But now at this point, difficult to see what IG could do to turn this. They're going to have to come in with some crazy kind of sleep, burrow, epi, requiem setup. And
how do you protect your cores versus the Dream Coil that pierces immunity? That's going to just allow the Ursa to kill anyone. And the kisses.
That's the coil. Just down on a Baboka. And he's going to survive.
That was the Lotus, I think. Greater Healing Lotus does end up saving him.
That's a couple of ults down the drain. Zeal trying his luck there, seeing if he get the catch on Stormer. And they're smoked up, IG.
They used a couple ults, but I mean, the egg is still up. The double egg is up. The Ursa's, everything is up. There's a lot of empty gold on the side of Avulus right now, so holding buybacks. 7,000 on Puck, 7,000 Ursa, 5k Underlord, 5k Phoenix. So they'll have the numbers.
Avulus certainly being very careful.
I'm surprised Smiling Knight ate the Moonshard instead of upgrading a Swift Blink. Whatever.
Well, he's pretty much got the money to do both.
Now he does, but I mean, he did that earlier. And he hasn't picked up a tier 4. I guess he feels the evasion is just that useful on the Elven tuning. And he doesn't have boots. But that's why I thought he was going to buy the Swift Link even more so, but whatever.
True.
Small thing to point out, but
maybe
he's owning anyway.
You know, that's that plus 200 night vision. Maybe that's what he wanted.
True. Elven Tunic is a very nice item, too, to be fair. Sometimes you don't get the Mindbreaker or the Ancient Guardian, and you're like, all right, well, I'm keeping that tier 3. Jump. Sees fly.
And they're dropping the spells upon him. And Smiling Knight nearly kills him off. They're able to turn with the Satanic. The song comes out with the BKB's already there from Smiling Knight. Won't quite be able to finish off Fly. See if they can set up aggressively with the song. Zeal's trying to get him with the angle from the side. Gets him the burst strike over towards Seneko. They're trying to burst through the Phoenix. Don't get him. They take Seneko down. Now the turn over towards Jibe. Buyback comes in straight away from Seneko. See if he can get back over to the fight to help out Jibe. Jibe will be fine.
The Fury swipes are still on Fly. He cannot walk into this fight. 750 bonus damage. Be careful. Wait till those do reset, and then maybe you can look for the fight. Buyback though, Seneko. He's ready to close it out.
See if they want to jump in again, Avulus. Got the Dream Core back in 15 seconds for Stormstormer.
BKB CD still for the SF. No song for 50 seconds.
Stormstormer, he gets caught with a Burst Strike. They'll be able to force him out to the side again. They'll save him. The Supernova comes out.
Smiling Knight
should be able to hop to the side. But actually, Fly's trying to step forward. Gets caught in the Dream Coil. The Supernova's done connect to go to the SF. That's full up from the Hex. The second egg is coming in. Fly trying to get back to the safety of the tier 4. He'll escape this. Wheels on Emo breaks him away from being caught by the Supernova Stun. The second one in the fight. IG, they'll be able to survive. Everybody gets back safety.
That's every ultimate pretty much used there from Avulus, and IG was able to withstand it. Zeal with the... That was the fastest stun I've ever seen onto that puck. It didn't end up killing them, but did cause panic a little bit there from Avulus. They'll back up, reset, spend some of that gold. They had 10,000 on the puck.
Now this high ground push not proving to be as easy as Avulus may have expected with the lead that they have. IG holding on.
He did have some mobility issues on the Ursa. A couple of those fights, he was moving like 340 movement speed. So SF, Aviana Feather kicked in. He was able to walk away.
Oh, look at this as well. This is the sort of stuff you got to see when you're down 25k. You got to get out with these smokes, see what you can find, see if you can set up some vision, get some sort of surprise catch.
It's pretty much you hope that they're split off, and you can catch them when they are split for a second there. The waves are starting to shove in, though. Top wave, it's gigantic. Double catapult wave. At some point, IG is going to have to sacrifice his positioning.
Yeah, they're heading back now. To have the Wisdom Rune and the Tormentor for the taking.
Zeal
if they want to grab that.
Zeal is close to a Hex. He's a little bit... It's a little awkward for him to build it because of the slots, but this could also be one of those big pickups to trip up the puck in some scenarios.
Yeah, I guess, well, he just gets rid of the phase and plays without boots? Or?
I think that has to be the option. I don't think you want to sell any of the others. Jump in.
They've got the Hex. Is there any save from Fly's able to put the BKB. The song comes out from Oliver Smiling Knight with his own BKB up, stands his ground against Fly. He's able to take him down just in time. The buyback comes out from Fly. Jump forward for Zeal, gets to the bonus drive, but the Supernova's there from Seneko. Ollie having to back away from the Extra Scatterblast, catches him, but he bounces away with the Overseal Totem. Fly beating into Jibe, but he's so tanky on the Underlord that Jibe can walk this up, turn around, gets it up around to the Firestorm and the pit down onto the three of them. Fly pops the Requiem, but they're already out of range. Avulus, they're back off. They're happy with forcing out the buyback from Fly and not losing anything themselves.
Great reset. It was, I think, a 3-man Epi Burrow, and it did absolutely nothing versus the Auras and the Sunray just healing everybody up. Look at the damage done on this. Oh, you don't get the fight recap. Haha. 20,000 damage done by Avulus in that fight. Only 5k by IG.
Yeah, they know that Roshan's coming up soon. So Avulus can hold off for that.
15 seconds. House Seals, he doesn't have it just yet. Ah, there you go. You got the fight recap. They cheated, you hear that? We lost the sound. That means they used the other one to get the fight recap.
Hey, don't call that production like that.
Got him.
They just turned down the volume so we can focus and marvel in the insane amount of damage that was being shown there.
Very true. Aghanims built up on Jibe now also. I mean, you don't want to build this item until way later now, so you just want all these auras, but more layers for the fights. Seneko now has the Aghanims. I've seen people kill their teammates with this sometimes, but I'm sure Seneko won't do that. 13 hits. They haven't been able to kill this egg since way earlier anyways, but... It's actually surprising he took... I guess Stormstormer doesn't have right-click items. He has Parasma, though. So, I don't know. I feel like Stormstormer getting that would have probably been a little bit more value, but whatever. Creep wave's getting cut. Zeal dealing with mid. They have this top wave entering, though. Stormstormer. The one creep. The one hero creep with the banner.
They got him with a Hex. Boris Striker misses. A rare miss there from Zeal. Running whipped out onto the two of them. Stormstormer drops the Dream Coil onto both Emo and Zeal. Smiling Knight's in with the BKB, looking for a target. The song's there. Holly trying to get away. Can he survive? Bounces out with the Ogre Seal Totem. Will be able to disengage. Totem throw down, nullify down on Smiling Knight. Burrow Strike as well, but he's still able to walk away from this. Smiling Knight gets clipped by the Shiva's Guard. Fly trying to focus down Jibe. They'll be able to bring Jibe low, but the Hex has been thrown out onto Fly. Red Grip coming out, but the egg's there.
The save.
They're going to try and turn towards it, but they can't. They have to run. They cannot kill the egg. But Boca gets caught. He's out. No buyback as he's short 500 gold.
Oh, what a play there from Seneko. Gets Jibe back up to full with the egg. That creep, that range creep, the hero creep, it's still alive from earlier. Okay, it'll eventually die, but that one creep survived that entire fight because the banner.
And now and then with the push, the Hex on the Smiling Knight, the follow with the Burrow Strike, M-Center, Emo jumps over towards Jibe, but they turn towards Zeal, they tear him apart, he's got buyback available, he'll have to use it straight away. Second Supernova coming out for Seneko, fight caught by the Dream Coil and the Hex, he's out, he does not have buyback, still on cooldown for 4.5 minutes, this should be Avulus opening up the end of the game, and they have, GG is called, Avulus. It takes 60 minutes here, crazy game, but one that Avulus will reign supreme in.
But Avulus switching things up, going for the Force Sniper, which a lot of people are big haters of as well. And then, of course, having this Bristle back. The cool thing about the Bristle, he's going to have this Pango, at least, right? The minus armor that he's going to be spreading inside of these fights could make the Bristle back, all these coils and everything, kind of be out of control. That's the one thing I'm kind of looking at with the combos, but doesn't look like the easiest approach for Smiling Light. You know, EMP can be pretty obnoxious. The Primal Beast in particular can be a bit annoying, but we'll see the execution because they do have some crazy team fight on the side of Avulus again.
Yeah, they really do. We've seen this Spirit in particular, how much can come out from him. Stormstormer on it. It's, you know, the hero's in good hands.
Yeah, there's still a lot of team fight on the side of IG as well. It just sometimes, yeah, this Earth Spirit and Pango in the early game can be a bit annoying if you don't have, in particular, like the Primal Beast in position for most of those fights. Because if these two get into the back line, it's going to cause issues. Yeah, we shall see. I like this Primal Beast pick for me was super good, though. I think it ticked almost all the boxes that I wanted to see. I know the panel was asking for Timbersaw constantly, but it was first banned, which was pretty hilarious.
Calling him out, yeah.
I have to because it was Lacoste. Yeah. But yeah, no, it ticks all the boxes. It can build the Aghanims later on for that break for the Bristle, and it's going to build. It can pierce to backlines to get Sniper. It can stop Rolling Thunder in place if he gets the opportunity to get a Pulverize. It has a lot of merit. So we'll see how Zeal can do. Because Zeal also, you know, Zeal and Emo for me in that last game, they were carrying the game as hard as they possibly could. They couldn't do it by themselves, of course. They did need a little bit more of that supporting cast, but they played very well. So they're my players to watch. And let's see how this lane goes.
I feel like we've seen this matchup a lot, right? Invoker and Earth Spirit.
As the levels build up, it becomes pretty good for that Invoker. You just get so much sustain. But the first few levels, Earth Spirit can CS very nicely.
Now both heroes very low. Stormstormer. He's got a Fairy Fire if he needs it. He's playing it cool.
It's always deceiving how low the Invoker is because he gets so much heal from the Quas. That flat lifesteal really starts to add up, especially once he's got now the 2 points in Quas. It's what, 12 per hit, I believe. So very good stuff from Emo. And we've seen him have very good games so far. I think this has been his best hero for me in the tournament. He just keeps hitting Stormstormer. Trying to get the aggro.
He's got the bottle on the way, but yeah, he's going to have to be careful, Stormstormer.
And when in this matchup, too, as the levels do build up, for the Invoker, you get so many more denies, which makes you get more levels because you have the Mastermind innate.
Very difficult for Stormstormer to step up. The bottle will now make its appearance. So.
Should be able to get sustained. But yeah, Emo, double Wraith Bands online. This lane's going to become pretty easy for him. And he can constantly get the EMPs, even when Stormstormer does have that bottle recovery going.
No, Emo's playing this perfectly.
Yeah, he's doing
this is some nice stuff on the Invoker.
So far bottom, though, they're doing a good job with the sniper and the Pango, and that's what you need to do with this sniper. I think we've talked about it a billion times now at this point about this is a laning phase dominator. So you usually want to, and you kind of have to have that good, strong laning phase in order to apply pressure, because later on you do become a bit underwhelming.
So if they're able to find the chance to set up onto Eki.
They just got level 3 though. I mean, it's level 2 scatter or level 2 shrapnels online. It's very difficult to push into this.
On top lane, Smiling Knight having a free start once again. This time on the Bristle, of course, but not slowing down this Bristle's farm whatsoever. That's definitely a lane where those two have to be careful, Zeal and Baboka. Zeal very low at the moment.
I'm sure Smiling Knight will use Seeing Red, the Warpath this game, right? Because we had Zeal the other day literally not use it for the entirety of like a 40-minute game, but I assume he will.
I bought him.
They get on Eki.
They do. Ollie's trying to chase him down, but Eki's able to keep his distance now. Eki's going to be ready to turn. Throws in a blood grenade.
Oh, but he expended all 3 shrapnels and they don't get a kill out of it. That hurts quite a bit there for Eki.
Over in the river. He's been found. Emo gets the backup of Baboka. The setup's there. Emo not only like doubling what he's getting out of this lane in CS, he's now just been handed a first blood at this as this mid invoker. I mean, this is as good as a start as you can hope for.
The absolute dream
for Emo.
Zeal will be able to get away too. I love that Baboka checked the rune. You know, he's playing with a hero mid that doesn't require bottle. You're playing versus a hero that's pretty much getting nothing and needs to get these bottle refills, so goes for that gank, sets up Emo for more success. I was actually thinking Emo, like, just because it's Emo, I thought he might actually go Midas this game. Just because he's so far ahead, but he goes Treads. He's being sensible. No Midas is allowed. Fly. He'll bring Seneko through the portal. They should have him.
Denied to neutrals. Ooh.
Close.
Indeed, the burn damage there for Seneko, finishing him off back over underneath the tower. They'll get Ollie as well.
Cool rotation from Seneko. Ooh, careful. Catches them off guard. Luna, a bit fragile. They're doing excellent bottom still. They didn't get the initial go with the first 3 shrapnels, but... Oh, he'll kill the courier. Okay, he just walks up and is able to snipe that one from Fly.
All right, rips out.
Fly is really struggling. Only 18 CS at 5 minutes.
And look at this mid. They're going to try and get the setup on a Stormstormer. They'll do it. Cold Snap, Scatter Blast. Can't roll away from those interruptions with the Cold Snap laid down onto him there.
And they know there's a high ground ward there. He's able to get that Cold Snap because that Baboka ward that was placed right there. So they're going to have to de-ward that pretty soon. Eki, see if he finds it. Should be able to.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah. He'll give it to his Earth Spirit, though, at least for that XP, maybe. No, he's going to take it. Okay, I was going to say. Don't save it for your boy. Well, he stacked the hard camp, so he'll stack. So yeah, Stormstormer, it's going to be... recovery through rotations. Zeal.
He's going to try and get Seneko. We'll get it. But I don't think he's getting out. One more right click and the Quill Sprays will do it from Smiling Knight. So kill Seneko, but it's feeding more to this Bristle.
Yeah, and he uses TP. I think he should have probably just accepted his death. It's a pretty bold one to go versus the goo. Well, Smiling Knight will be happy. He's now level 6. Super early on this Bristleback. They don't have any stacks yet at the ready, but they will get some going, I imagine, pretty soon with the sniper. Yeah, that Bristle comparison to that Luna net worth about 1,000 ahead. But then you compare the Invoker to the Earth Spirit, 1,500 ahead. So far, some trades coming out from teams. Ollie, Baboka, looking to enable Emo more, playing around that mid lane. And definitely a game where we're going to see Mage Slayer plus that pipe. They're playing versus Bristle. They're playing versus Earth Spirit. So IG, if they can get good timing on those two, it could prove to be problematic for Avulus' early team fight. And with Emo's start, I mean, he's going to have probably one of the earliest Mage Slayers. They're tanking with the salves, keeping the catapult alive. They'll get denied, but it's a 7-minute tier 1 win.
Bottom lane, the dive once more. You know, Baboka trying to pick up some action from this. He's going to get a bit more than he bargained for by the looks of it. Jibbe's going to have a shield crash in a second.
Should have him.
Oh, okay, off the mark. And that's going to allow Baboka to get away.
And mid.
We're in onto Stormstormer. Stormstormer getting a lot of damage out in return. He does die.
Oh, Seneco's going to get so much XP.
He is. He's going to be able to clean up the XP from both in return. So, Seneco, level 6, Supernova's online.
7 minutes and 40 seconds. Stormstormer giving his life for the supports to thrive. And Jippe, rare miss. And also to point out, he did go double jump. I actually didn't see that at first, sorry. We've seen pretty much every single one of these Pangos going for the Thunderbolt exclusively. Must just be because of the lane, right? Just wanting to have more of that barrier as an offlaner, I'd imagine, but...
Yeah, I think that probably also comboed with the fact that he's not playing against any sort of heroes with a high level of mobility, right?
Sure, yeah,
you know,
no, that's true. That's true.
It's been in a lot of games where there's been like these pucks and things where just been that much quicker, trips them up. This game, there's not going to be people jumping around all over the place.
No, that's a good point. Seneco with the 6, they want to use it. They want Fly, and they're bringing Smiling Knight. Fly is in a dangerous spot. They get even one of these disables onto him, likely to go down.
He's going to try for the TP. He's out. Very heads up there to immediately go for that one, Fly.
Very nice TP. Bottom tower, though, will go down. Smiling Knight will go back toward top, though. Doesn't want Zeal to just get free pressure onto this tower. But yeah, you're seeing the items queued. So queued up already. Zeal, pipe. Yeah, offlaner's just queuing up the pipe and that Mage Slayer for the Invoker. Nearly done. And Stormstormer doing something that you... this is actually a cool adaptation a bit versus Invoker, is he went Arcane Boots. You don't see this too often on Earth Spirit mid. Just wanting to have that extra mana versus EMP. Can make... I mean, you can clearly see why he wants to do it. And then he's going to go the normal route, that Blade Mail. We saw a Vassal build the other day. It actually didn't really look the best. I kind of just like this Blade Mail in pretty much every situation.
I'll be able to clear... or at least bring down low their stacks here. He'll stick around, I'd imagine, to finish this off, so...
They can aggro play. Stormstormer's caught again.
And he can't get out.
They're putting a lot of attention onto this Earth Spirit, though. I mean, he is dying, don't get me wrong, but Bristol's free farming, and so is the Pango.
And it's setting up Emo to get a lot. Like, this Invoker is going to be super strong.
He has popped off on it, as we said a couple times before, too. I think I would like to see him maybe try to bully the bottom heroes out, but maybe it's just difficult is the problem. He's probably just scared a bit to go down bottom because there's all this vision, he assumes. And maybe just shutting down the Earth Spirit is enough. I mean, we'll have to see. I feel like Smiling Knight's getting a bit too much. He's got Ogre Club and Point Booster finished up. No pressure on this Bristle whatsoever yet. And it's just such a disparity between him and the Luna is my real big concern. It's 2,000 net worth advantage.
Now Stormstormer, once again.
They're really bullying him.
5 deaths now for Stormstormer.
But his net worth is still better than Fly.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. All this attention put onto him. So, like, Avulus for now, they basically don't have a mid hero. And even with that in mind, Fly, the pressure that's been put onto him without sort of a mid laner on the enemy team running at him has still caused problems. Like, he's struggling.
And I have concerns for Luna a little bit in this game with the way that they can gap close onto her when she's at this deficit. If she's not playing from ahead, Earth Spirit rolling in, Pango rolling in, a Bristle running at you, it's definitely problematic. So yeah, I mean, just keep making moves though, right, on the side of IG. Just look to open up the map a little bit there for the Luna, but they're just not pressuring the Bristle. So I guess the concept is you're playing your own game rather than looking to shut down the opposings.
I'm going to try and get Stormstormer involved in some good action here with the smoke. Try and find him a chance to get the jump.
Zeal. Playing pretty far forward. Stun off the mark.
Oh, he's going to try for the TP out. Assassinate hit. Does it come in time? It does. Zeal. He'll slowly but surely get taken out by the 4 of them.
That's
kill going to Smiling Knight as well.
It's finished. Pre-12 minutes. Arcane Boot plus Aghanims. That's crazy. It's pretty insane how much more. I mean, there's a Luna that has like a Mask of Madness, and the other carry has an Aghanims.
Yeah,
that is pretty terrifying.
I mean, what is going on? How come Fly hasn't been able to catch up in farm?
Mid lane.
I'll get Eki.
He's not able to farm normal creep waves, is what I've been seeing. He's literally just exclusively farming neutral camps. I see Zeal is drawing.
I think Zeal's drawing at him.
Zeal's like, go push the lane.
I mean, he is. He's like, bro, hit the lane creeps.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably telling him 4 heroes showed me.
Sure. I guess it was said in a nice manner.
Calm down.
The lines were kind of drawn. They're the kind of lines that get drawn in a pub.
It was 2 lines. It
you
wasn't
know what
one.
I mean? It's like, bro, hit the lane.
But it does matter when you're, you're an under-leveled, under-farmed Luna, and you're only farming neutral camps and not farming really too many of these strict actual, lane creeps. And he's actually spotted by a ward here, so they might actually look to make a move onto him soon. But they're probably looking at his farm and being like, is that really all he has?
Uh-oh, Stormstormer
again. This is a lot of deaths.
A lot.
Now he's behind the Luna, so now the damage is being done from these constant rotations. Ollie has the hook shot at the ready too. They have the Mage Slayer.
Can they kill Smiling Knight?
Top. They can reduce his damage massively.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
I get the tier 1 here. IG.
Stormstormer has to just find himself better position to farm too. I know they're going for him every time, but that death, I think like twice we've seen him in the river get caught.
That just is the really crazy thing. You know, Stormstormer's died 6 times, and he's, as you say, he's just not that far behind Fly, who's been AFK farming.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They're gonna smoke. They're still feeling strong. He doesn't have Blade Mail just yet. Nice ward deny. But Zeal, I believe the pipe is done, so they're feeling very strong into the heavy magic damage of IG. And kisses are on cooldown.
They're gonna try the jump. They get him with the stun. Magnetized down on the 3 of them. Dive forward as well. It's a lot of damage. Assassinate's going to be flying in. Jibbe with the Rolling Thunder. Ready to chase down. Assassinate into the Rolling Thunder. Roll forward for Stormstormer. They'll find Emo. So if they can turn for Ollie as well. Swashbuckle in from Jibbe. Ollie, has he got any retreat from this? He does not. Jibbe cleans up the 2 kills.
Nice hook shot to attempt to delay that Rolling Thunder from coming in, but this is the one thing about Earth Spirit too. When you're behind, you can still make these type of plays. You jump, and he did use the Seeing Red. There we go. Warpath was used already. Good on you, Smiling Knight. Tower Glyph Pits popped immediately, so they'll be able to hang on to that one there. But Stormstormer gets back into it there, and that's almost the Blade Mill finished for him. Luna getting some space. Able to move over to the left side and farm some Ancients now, which is pretty nice for Fly. Now he is starting to get close and close, but there still is a 2,000 separation between him and the Bristle, and Smiling Knight is starting to farm some stacks, is starting to get online more and more.
Yeah, Bristle is just massive, and it's getting to the point where he can turn up to these fights, and it's going to be very difficult for them to deal with him.
Yeah, I think he could even buy the Shard potentially with his next purchase and just look to join every single one.
They're going to try and jump him. Let's see if this works out. Then with the hook shot, they're going to caught in the cogs. They'll grab him. He's going to heal him up by the Sun Ray. They kill him off.
They do get him.
See if they can get out. And turning towards the egg. Papoka tries for it. He won't succeed. Not able to get enough hits in as they'll lose Ollie. Assassinate flying forward over towards Papoka. They should lose both supports. See if they can get the cores out of here. Roll forward from Stormstormer. See if they can find Emo.
He's still dusted, but they can't catch. They blow everything
they get
him. And that's with the thing is what's preventing a lot of damage. It's that Mage Slayer pipe. So you see they actually don't take the most, even though there's a ton of quills that are being fired out. Very good aggressive move. It's good that they're confident enough to be able to go for that type of play, because it's a bit of a risk.
Amazing what you're finding. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Smiling Knight. I mean, next time when they're farming around there, I imagine Avulus is going to be much more prepared. It's not going to be as easy for IG to make that sort of move next time round.
That is true. And Seneko does have a Solar Crest now too, so can deny or negate a lot of that damage. Eki has Force Staff too versus the clock, so they can actually get him out of that positioning. And Stormstormer, next level, he will have the Geomagnetic Grip for that silence. He actually takes the Spell Lamp. I've seen a bit of hybrid which one of these Earth Spirit mids go for. Sometimes that range is pretty nice to have.
I'll catch Eki. I'm trying to save him. I mean, they're thinking about fight. In fact, Eki's still alive. He's able to walk out of the side of the fight. He's going to be able to survive. Turns around, gets another shrapnel off. The backup comes in. Kill off Ollie. They might even have a chance to chase down Zeal as well. As Zeal tries to charge away, will be able to get away from the roll, but they'll still continue to chase on. A cookie breaks him away a little bit.
Ice Wall.
They're trying their best to save Zeal, but they cannot get him out of there. As Avulus get the 2 kills, and Eki survives.
Fly though. in the meanwhile, is getting a lot of pressure on top. His farm is now top net worth for his team. So it's a choice from IG to try to fight his 4. I think they were hoping that it wasn't 5 heroes from Avulus, but they did run into the 5, so a good fight.
An impressive sort of pickup of pace by Fly over these last few minutes.
Level 14. Manta's done. It's going to accelerate much more now.
I mean, with this in mind, do you consider sort of Avulus' lineup one that does need to close up the game sooner than later?
Probably, yeah. I would imagine so, but they're still in a comfortable spot to farm, so they shouldn't have to worry about that just yet too much. Seneco's also extremely high level. Yes, he's playing versus a Snapfire, which can be a bit problematic at times, but this is going to be a level 2 egg online pre-20 minutes, it looks like, which causes big issues inside some of these team fights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, back onto the tier 1 mid.
Hey, they definitely want to set tempo. I would say that for sure. Avulus, whenever you see this Earth Spirit mid, it's about setting that tempo and accelerating things, getting Roche, getting map control. So yeah, I mean, yeah, they would have some of a timer.
Oh, Blink on Jibbe, Bloodstone done on Smiling Knight.
2 timings, 2 big ones. Blink on Jibbe, and he did purchase the shard earlier, plus pipes. This is also an incredibly farmed Pango. His initiations are going to be pretty terrifying. Oh, and of course, Smiling Knight, to point out, he did get Vampire Fangs as well. So Bloodstone, Vampire Fangs, and they do not have any heal negation. Yes, they have the Mage Slayer pipe to reduce how much damage he does, but this might be overwhelming now. Next time going for him is going to be a lot more difficult. Oh, and he actually has the reduction too. Didn't actually see that too, so has the 15 talent online as well. And Roche probably on the horizon, I would imagine, for the side of Avulus. They kill it very fast. If they get even a couple seconds when it shifts down to the bottom side, they can't just look to commit for it. And that's probably the hardest. That's probably the hardest place I would imagine for IG to actually take a fight, is when they're all set up around that Roche. Because then the egg can get placed down in a very good position. So I imagine Avulus will start shifting down there. Bring the Bristle. Who has Bloodstone, Ags, and the Shard now. Yeah, big timing's being hit.
Yeah, I imagine what IG they won't head over here.
No, you can't. I think fighting over there is suicide. Then you allow them to pretty much free initiate onto you. They're just going to get good farm out of the map, so you maybe see them close the gap in terms of gold completely. Fly is going a bold item. Not one we see too often on these Lunas early on in particular, but he's going for the Silver Edge.
I mean, it's
very early.
They know that the Bristle's the problem. They want to make sure they've got it in time.
I don't know. That seems like you're pretty squish, but maybe positioning and stuff will be able to help him. Maybe because he has this Primal and this Clockwork to frontline for him, he feels like it could work, but I'm fine with Silver Edge overall. I don't know if this early. Maybe they feel like the Bristle is too much of a problem, though, like you're saying, but we'll see if that ends up working. When he does get it, he's still a ways away.
Well, now with the Aegis on Smiling Knight, Avulus, they can get the pressure going up to the tier 2 towers. And Zeal himself has managed to shove this top wave round for IG, so the pressure being put onto the tier 2 top.
Zeal almost has BKB too. As the game progresses, his timings are going to be pretty important. As we mentioned from way earlier too, the Aghanims at some point will come out for him. So that's the other reason why I was like, does he really need Silver Edge? I was trying to think about just like the Ag's break potential that can come out, but we'll have to see. That also will take some time. As Avulus, they're hunting.
IG, they're probably going to want to dodge this. Jibbe will show in the mid. Seneco and Stormstormer right behind him.
Do they have dust on their heroes? They do. Because there's an Invoker anyway, so that Shadow Blade, they'll have the coverage for reveal every time if they do see. And Fly showed himself to reveal that the Shadow Blade was there.
Let me just push around Smiling Knight, see what happens.
Yeah, they have 4 minutes with Aegis. They can definitely, or 3.5 minutes on Aegis. They can look to force these towers. Bristle kills them incredibly fast.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
IG, they're just trying to not answer the push sort of head on. They're just trying to shove out the other side of the map.
Avulus has a good read at the moment of where the IG heroes were. They drew like right on top of the Luna and Clockwork. Stormstormer is very close to BKB. He probably wants that ideally before the next fight. Super good versus that Invoker and pretty much most of the heroes on the side of IG. He's very close.
Baboka. Trying to hold them back. I mean, your Smiling Knight's not going to be afraid of diving beyond the tower. Stormstormer gets caught in the combo of Emo, but the blade mail's also Emo taking quite a lot of damage in return. He's going to commit with the BKB to finish off the job, and he'll get it. Gets the kill and gets out.
And Emo, this is pretty much solo kill. I believe it's just like a rocket flare for the assist, if I saw that correctly. Finds Stormstormer, and that was literally as Stormstormer did get to finish the BKB, but it was coming out in the courier. An ideal timing. He's done this a couple of times on the Invoker. Just delaying, even slight timings is important.
Smiling Knight still able to keep the pressure on mid. Emo now turning up for the defense. Might be enough to sort of scare Avulus back from sticking around.
Yeah, this is cool by Fly too. And he's gonna go. Yeah, he's got
super close. He's got it right. Yeah.
Yep. Finished up. See how these fights end up going down, because he definitely is a bit fragile.
And if he can turn up, get that hitting onto Smiling Knight, and they follow it up with the combo from Emo, they can kill the Bristle.
I mean, one other thing that I will say, Owen, the reason why I was like, just feels a little weird is because he also doesn't have a Dragon Lance or a Grove Bow. So he literally has to put himself within like
sure, he has to get right in there.
Range. So he has to be like right on top of them. I think this is one of the first times I actually didn't see the Dragon Lance picked up on the Luna. Because Hurricane Pike also has its merits when you're playing versus something like the Bristleback, but yeah, we'll have to see. 10 to 12. Game much closer than last time. 1 minute still left on this Aegis. Smiling Knight really wants this tower. Nice steal.
This is the thing, you know, Avulus, they're getting these tier 2s, but
IG's gold is going up.
They're always finding something to do in return, and it's paying off for IG. The trades across the map, and with the objectives in mind, IG are just doing that little bit more, despite the fact that that was Avulus putting on the pressure directly on the lanes with their Aegis.
They're just getting 3 core farms. Stormstormer is, I mean, that slowdown that he really got, and then that afterwards getting solo killed, it's pretty huge. Avulus still looking for the fight. He'll find the Clockwork, but Ollie...
He's out.
He's gone. And Zeal, again, immediately starts cutting top wave, and he does have that Aghanims queued up, so they're getting these timings.
Avulus,
they slow it down.
They need to speed it up.
Yeah. Have to find some type of kills on these side heroes. Zeal, he's got BKB TP if he needs to.
Yeah, he can
there's
easily...
a basher on Pango, just kidding.
Okay, where's the bash? There it is.
Got him.
All right, yeah, Jibbe able to put a stop to his immediate retreat, and now they can look to chase. Zeal. He's tanky.
That's smart.
But he will die. I mean, what, that was just...
I think
just
he just
picked
got
up.
it pretty much, like, about 45 seconds ago, but very, very smart. I think he was identifying that they're kind of playing like this style where they're cutting waves and just looking to play the map and farm. So if he can stop these BKB TPs out, it's going to be huge. Since Emo has a BKB and Zeal has one, could definitely see that trip them up.
Yeah, there we look, actually, yeah, the fastest on the hero this patch,
it's
or at least
not
at this tournament.
This type of build you don't see. You usually see the Aghanims or something in between, but Blink Pipe Basher is quite uncommon. Very heads up.
Well, stopping this sort of split push pressure is nice, but they need to do more with this Avulus.
Does feel like it. Unless they're just that confident versus the Luna, but this Luna is starting to get big. Level 20's been hit. No Conda.
I mean, that's the...
Because
it really is. Can Bristle sort of solo carry against these 3 scaling cores?
That will be the question. That will be the test. He does have a lot of buff ups, right? He's always going to have the Sunray plus the Solar Crest that comes from a very high level Seneko, but... Will it be enough when he's going to be playing versus double breaks as well? And Pipe Mage Slayer.
Trying to get this this AC. Next one's Smiling Knight. How's the Vindicator Zac, so a bit more protection.
I thought this item would eventually get some nerfs. I feel like it's been the same for a long time, and this is one of my favorite neutral items for cores. Alright, they're gonna go through Portal.
I'll see who they can find.
I mean, Emo is right there.
Emo would be a top tier catch, but they're gonna look up the lane instead. They'll find Ollie, and they'll get him. But he ain't no Emo. Emo would have been the big grab. They didn't see him.
Hey, that was pretty. That was so close to them finding him. Gem on Seneko. We'll be able to find that ward, and Roche is what they're setting up for again, bottom. It's gonna be spawning. We'll find out in about 45 seconds, but it will very likely be on that bottom side. BKB done for Fly. Going straight for the Satanic next. Does get some attack range. All right. Enchanted Quiver has been found, so a little bit.
I should give him a solid chance of getting that break hit off onto Smiling Knight in the fights.
And they're two components at the,
he just walks up, drops an Eclipse. That's what he has to say about Eki.
The kill steal by Emo, I like. Kill secure, sorry.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
IG, they're getting pretty scary now.
Yeah, 3 components on the Aghanims for Zeal. He's getting fairly close to having that extra break for them. Fly. Leading the charge.
Has to be a BKB here from Stormer. They just have to run really, Avulus. I mean, we'll see if they can set up to turn this. I don't think so with the BKB for Storm's already used. They've got to be very careful.
They want their whole squad. They need everybody, it feels like, in this next fight. 20 talent has been got for the Bristleback. As we mentioned, all these 20s for the carries seem to be very, very relevant, so much more damage going to be coming out from these Gwills. And there's the 5-man of Avulus. So I believe they saw just Eclipse was used and Kisses was used. So I guess that might be enough for them to maybe look for something here. Roche is a long spawn. Did they not have a smoke? I guess they didn't have one. I thought they were actually going to look to try to capitalize on one of those ults, but yeah, no smoke available for them.
Well, tip him back. Now Avulus here towards the top.
That's the AC done for Smiling Knight. This is going to be an interesting kind of way it all kicks off. Is he going to actually be able to do this versus the E3 cores, or does he just die to the double breaks that are going to come out? We shall see.
Overall, it does feel like the IG are in that little bit much more control of this game.
Just a bit, yeah. Not by a huge margin yet, but if it progresses to later and later on, it feels like it just gets better and better for IG.
Yeah, the map movements, even though Avulus are making a lot of them themselves, it just feels like what IG's been doing in response has been, it's just that little bit more effective.
Hey, they're all farming, right? The 3 cores are farming, even the supports are farming. You see the Snapfire's net worth, Baboka, super high. Nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, still 25 seconds for the Roche. They've got to get a lot done with this next Aegis, Avulus.
Yeah, 100%. Aghanims is done for Zeal. They have a smoke on Ollie. This is one that they can contest on the side of IG. Last one they couldn't, but this Roche, they can definitely look to fight in this area.
Absolutely, yeah. The team fight's fantastic. Roche is up.
Direct hit.
They're going to be heading straight over IG.
Too fast?
They do kill it quickly.
They might kill it too fast.
I think you're right indeed. Yeah, they're going to kill it very, very fast. They're running over IG, but they're not. Oh, it's going to be close. I mean, Kisses are coming in.
Bash, Sunstrike.
Smiling Knight's able to secure it. They're going to get the pick up, get the Aegis on the Imperial. Now they're going to start running in. Straight over towards Zeal. Zeal with the remainder of the BKB starts to back off. Stormstormer rolls forward. They're trying to get the catch on Zeal, but he's able to charge away. Smiling Knight continues to look over towards Emo. Emo stands his ground with the BKB. Roll in. Emo still retreating with the remainder of the BKB. They're backing off IG. They're kiting out Avulus for now. Now they're looking to go back in as Ollie lands the hook shot onto Smiling Knight. Stormstormer still in on top of Emo, but Emo's ready to turn and Zeal's ready to back him up. They bring down Stormstormer. Smiling Knight very low here. Of course, does have the luxury of the Aegis.
And here comes Fly. He got some good split push top. Almost got the tower. Comes to join bottom. Seneko.
He's got the egg. Does he want to use it? No, he's not going to get the chance to. Stun comes out. They have to bail out of this. So they get the Roche, they get the Aegis.
Tornado.
But the team fight,
Emo.
It's absolutely IG's. Jibe out of mana, caught in the combo from Emo. Fly runs him down with the damage.
And he's got
another one to be found here. Fly picking up the gold. The push can now come in around from IG.
Fly gets like his first kill involvement of the game. But a clutch fight. I think the EMP caught 4 or 5 heroes on the initial go. I saw Jibe get put pretty much out of mana, and then they kept trying to chase. Fly was just split pushing top in a great disengage and a great fight from IG. They're hitting
really
timings, and they've stalled this game out to a point where they're in a very comfortable spot now.
They just played the map perfectly.
Yeah. Satanic now for Fly too, so he's pretty durable to stand his ground. There's still an Aegis on Smiling Knight, but they're kiting him. And what's the next choice? I imagine for Zeal, you go either Shiva, yeah, probably Shiva, so you can reduce some of that healing too. Great itemization coming out from them.
Difficult really to see sort of what the move's going to be next from Avulus. They're going to know that they're falling further and further behind.
There was a buyback from Baboka, but yeah, it's very difficult for them to... I mean, kind of punish Emo. He is playing beautiful this game. It is probably one of the best performances I've seen from him. He's 5-2-7. They destroyed the Earth Spirit throughout the majority of this game, and then he's just doing a lot of like solo plays, a lot of little individual plays that are pretty beautiful. And he's about to have the Chaos Meteor talent too, so I mean, his damage is going to rack up. Avulus trying to take advantage still. They have to do this. They have the Aegis, so they have to keep this pressure going. 8K lead right now for IG.
At the least, yeah, it feels like they need to find a set of racks during this 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this game is going to get much more difficult for them to deal with.
But not easy to just push into this type of high ground either. Such a good high ground defense that they've got.
Can they find the jump? Vision's gone. Smiling Knight steps up. There's the break hit. See if they can burst through him once. Cookie to the side here. Jibe's in with the rolling thunder. Fly able to put the BKB. Avulus back out.
Emo patient does not pop his BKB. They'll back up and reset.
Can they go again though, Avulus? Just 1 minute or so left on the Aegis.
They've got to go. Feels like they've got to force it. Smiling Knight, though, maybe a bit cautious, a bit scared to do it. They also do know that the Luna's BKB is on cooldown. If they can catch Fly, it would be pretty massive. Not an easy one to catch, though, with this Silver Edge that he can play and sneak around. They do scout that Stormstormer went back. IG might look to fight with that information. $40 seconds to Luna BKB, though, so maybe not for Fly.
At the top lane position, they can't really look for a tier 2 with the remaining 30 seconds of the Aegis. Only real option is to try and push the high ground, which they're going to try. They're going to try and run it up there.
Shiva's finished up on Earth Spirit, and yeah, there's still 20 seconds BKB, just really trying to take advantage of this timing, but yep, immediately Zeal coming back. Throw a rock in their face. And that will stop it looks like.
They're not going to be able to do anything with it. Yeah. IG defending perfectly.
And continuing to scale, continuing to grow. Fly. Top of net worth for the first time in this game. Now they're maybe going to look to smoke out and fight themselves. Ooh, that would have been Emo's Hex. He didn't spend the gold, though, so he can actually go out and buy it with his real hero for this next upcoming fight. Smiling Knight. He's alone.
See how much he sticks around for these creeps. And it's risky. He has Eki by his side.
Emo's got the Hex. He finishes it up.
Ollie. Oh!
Oops.
Oh! Well, that wasn't even close. Okay.
Don't check his facet. You saw he had expanded armor. Got him. Unlucky. I mean, it happens to everybody.
It happens.
And it's like you would have gotten a sniper, but sniper had 4 staff too. He could have probably reset, so. Bit of time spent. I mean, what? Wasn't it just a 10K lead and then just
it was.
It just swung to say
it's kind of shutting down.
That was fast that it swung 3,000 though. Wait, what? Yeah, whatever.
IG. They are getting pretty deep onto Avulus' half of the map up top, pushing that top wave round.
Nice item for Fly. With the way that his play style has been this game, he gets the ninja gear, so can continue doing this type of hidden plays. Smiling Knight. Show himself top.
Do IG want to take this fight?
They're still intimidated by this bristle.
Stormstormer
spotted. BKB into TP.
Doesn't want to take any chances.
Not worth it. You don't know if there's a Ghost Walk Invoker or if a random rock flies at you, so it's heads up play. They have this deep vision that has not been dewarded, and it's about to expire. It's got 15 seconds left. Oh, sorry, the IG does. So they actually just saw all of Avulus in this area in the triangle. They're going to smoke off of that information. It's an amp damage on Smiling Knight, but they have a Dispel with Tornado if they catch him initially.
They're going to open off Seneko. Try and remove the threat of the Supernova. They can't burst him in time, though. He's able to get the egg off Seneko. Now with the Assassinate, they're holding Zeal in under the Supernova.
Zeal is so split.
Off in time. And Stormstormer's in upon him. I'll see if he's able to continue to run. Turns around, throws a rock, but another roll forward from Stormstormer catches him. They kill off Zeal.
Oh, what a disaster for IG. They couldn't finish off Seneko. And wow, it's crazy. They had Zeal just charges in and gets completely split off from his team. 60 seconds, no primal.
And it is the push time. You know, as soon as they get any sort of core kill like that for Avulus, it's surely going to be back up to just trying to force this high ground, trying to take a set of barracks.
Oh, and Roche could spawn pretty much. If it's an instant spawn, they could maybe even go back and get that one. They don't have anything to scout it just yet.
We'll see what the call is. I mean, I'm looking at Fly. I think he's going to try a bit of split push.
I would imagine so. It is a fast spawn. It's a pretty darn quick one.
Fly, he actually TP's straight back. They're going to try to start it. Oh, it's a good Hex in the force. They're getting pretty deep. He's able to get the BKB off, though. Now roll forward for Soulstormer in on top of Fly. Fly has to back away from Smiling Knight. Smiling Knight chases them down. Soulstormer doing a hell of a lot of damage here with the Magnetize. Fly not only fully low. Can he get back to the fountain? The cookie's there. Fly will be able to get into the fountain and start healing up.
Oh, wait. Without that cookie, he might just be dead.
I think he was. Yeah, Baboka coming in clutch with the save. Doesn't mean that Baboka goes down. They'll have to use the fortification to stop the rest of the push from Avulus. Avulus, they're not going anywhere. They're sticking around. Zeal's going to be back up in a second, but Baboka's out for 70. Does have the buyback available.
IG taking a risk to go for that there when they didn't have their Primal Beast.
And they stop the push. They lean in again.
They try again.
It's just a lot of protection now to lay down onto Smiling Knight. Each and every time that IG try and start the action, Smiling Knight's being bailed out of it by his teammates and can continue this push. They get the melee racks.
And the Roche is up. They can back up for it. Snap has buyback, but might have to use it, and they don't have BKBs. I don't think IG can contest this Roche.
Avulus finding these little openings to get a lot done. Back on schedule here, back on track, taking the racks.
Magnetize doing an insane amount of damage in that last fight. That was so close for Fly. I was actually really scared for him.
It was full Daedalus on Smiling Knight there.
There it is, the rapier.
Okay, feels like there we go. I like it. Nice. They need to make sure
that they're 100-0 target the Hex.
Exactly. Yeah. And have a chance to kill the Bristle, but indeed, if they go on someone else, that they do actually get that kill.
This is a risky move, but maybe he actually needs to.
It's necessary. It's necessary.
This is crazy stuff.
It's still crazy that his KDA's 1-1-1.
Yep. He's just been hitting the creep zone, and that's that Aegis, that Aegis, then the refresher shard. So Seneko, if he wants to hold on to it, they have a couple good heroes that can get this refresher shard. And now they just get the push going again.
Absolutely. They do need to sort of deal with the other waves, both the mid lane and the top lane being pushed back out onto their side of the map. So Avulus have to deal with those.
This Bristle with Daedalus is quite terrifying. When he gets 25 talent as well, we'll see which one he actually takes.
Which one do you reckon? I mean...
Nowadays, I don't know, actually. The Warpath damage, because he has Daedalus, might just be what he wants.
How much is that? Well, 12 times 18. Do the maths.
216.
It's at least, yeah, it's like it is. It's at least 200 plus damage.
So yeah, he takes it. So he's gonna have
crazy
plus
damage.
516 bonus, and that's without activating it. So he's gonna have like plus 700.
Is it 700?
I think he's gonna have plus 800 or something when he up. Maybe even higher than that.
Wait. Yeah, because it's
50% more, and then he has plus 500. So 50%, it's like plus 700 something. So he's going to be critting for like 2k something damage. All right, this is exciting. I want to see him smack people.
We'll see how high those damage numbers get, because it is going to be crazy. It makes the Luna's Rapier look underwhelming.
He's got one
just because of how much damage he's going to be getting himself just from his spells on Smiling Knight.
Pop it just so we can see. Click the Warpath. I just want to see if we did the math right. He's plus 628 right now without popping it. That is insane. And looking at Stormstormer, he does have Aghanims. I think he got it a little bit before, but just to point out, he has the ways to bail out Smiling Knight if it's into a dangerous position, or kick heroes out if they're in a bad spot. Maybe this draft not so much on a timer as it felt like.
Yeah, I mean,
super strong with Smiling Knight. I want to just see how much he has. I'm waiting to see when he hits this tower, when he's got it popped.
Okay.
Saving it for the fight, perhaps. I mean, the tower is dead.
Doesn't even need to press it just to tear through this. Oh, look at the Hex! He's going to get a Lotus Stop. Roll for Stormstormer. He's in on the bottom. There's going to be a deep hook shot from Ollie onto the back line. They get the grab, but the egg comes down. Stormstormer's got there to shred through the egg. Now they can look for more here. IG stepping up, cleaning up the fight as they take out the Aegis.
The Rapier.
See if they can take him out a second time. They should be able to. He's going to try and stand his ground with that. Doing a lot of damage. Firefly, oh my goodness. Woo-hoo, gets forced out and then forced back in. He's sliding all over the place. They've got to get him away from this Bristle, because this Bristle hits hard. They'll be able to turn 5 of them. That will be enough to take him out. The Rock catches onto Eki. They'll get the team wipe.
Okay, maybe what a fight from Firefly. He's actually able to stand his ground.
I mean, because this is the thing, right? He hits incredibly hard, but he can still die.
He can still get
everybody else around him, they're getting less and less relevant as minutes pass compared to what IG have as a team.
Just a beautifully executed fight. They're able to actually just hex him, pull him in out of position. Things get really, really awkward for the side of IG. And now it's 70 seconds. They could close the game. This is a Rapier Luna push.
Yeah, good luck to the base. And a buyback situation ain't great for Avulus.
These games are crazy.
There we go. Divine Rapier Luna in the base. They got a fortification.
Do they just go for the tier 4 right after? Don't kill the racks and go for it.
I think
they don't know, though. They don't know he doesn't have buy.
I think they go for the Megas. They go for the Megas. Or at least the 2 sets. We'll see if they stick around for the 3rd set. They might not. Okay, they don't even want to stick around for the 2nd set. They're scared. Okay, they'll play it safe.
Very safe play.
They're scared. Alright, so the 1 set of racks. Firefly ready to get his next time. Can sell up the treads and get the Swift Blink if he wants to.
Seneko has to be much more careful with how he goes for this type of egg. He literally kind of delivered it onto a silver platter in that last fight too. So I think overall he needs to sit back and use Sunray to be able to try to help the Bristle. That was probably the biggest blunder that happened in the last fight.
Yeah.
But now a 14k lead, they can pick up a couple more extra items, in particular Fly. Swift Blink's now done too for positioning.
There we go.
Do they have the Shivas yet on Zeal? Not quite yet still. But double hexes, I mean, Baboka, we saw his as well, too, in the last one. So double hexes to just lock down this Bristleback. Tons of ways to kite him, too. And he is going for a nullifier again. I mean, we've seen this from Baboka a couple times, but wanting even more of these dispels just to prevent this Bristle from being that potential 1v5.
Avulus on the way out of the base, but still, I think they feel that they could be getting jumped by IG, so they're not going to head out that quickly.
They have a top lane issue. It's kind of been like that most of this game, but now with this Rax exposed, it's constantly going to shove into them. Do they have any smokes available? I don't think they do on Avulus. I don't think either side does. Sorry, Clockwork has one. Apologies. But yeah, Avulus does not have a smoke at the ready. He's got to sit in the base. Can't smoke out to look for a fight.
That's very, very spooky.
How close to buybacks? Not close. 1,400 still for Smiling Knight. I still want to say though, for Fly, he has to be a bit cautious how he sieges because the Earthspit kick potential is there. So we already saw the other day a Tusk Axe completely turn a game. So some positioning, you know, repositioning tools are still quite scary. They both have vision here. Shivas was purchased. Tazeel has it done for this fight too. Stormstorm is showing himself.
They're going to go straight for Stormstorm. Are they able to get the hook shot on the back lines? The Supernova will get popped down in position, so they can't kill the egg, but at the same time, the egg only going to catch on to Zeal, I believe.
Stormstorm is buying back.
So they can kite this out. Let's see if they can get Zeal. Zeal will look to charge away. Zeal, he'll get left behind. So the buyback of Stormstormer allows them to get a second kill out of this.
Good heads-up play there from Fly. Quick little swift blank, then positions himself to cut the mid-wave and run top and push that one too. So he got momentum shoving on the waves, even though they got those kills.
Avulus, you imagine they're going to try and get some buybacks out of IG now.
Ideally. They have a smoke now too. I believe it just came back up. Sineko has grabbed one. Fly and Emo. Running in as two.
Stormer's heading in.
He scouted them.
He's got the dust, but Fly with the bling. Emo goes for the BKB TP. Nothing to stop it. Whew.
No Pango in the area. Jibe a bit too far away.
Do you want to keep chasing Fly? No, he's not going to try. So Fly will be able to sneak away with the rest of the invis.
That was a very risky move there from IG running in with two heroes. If Jibe is in the area, that could have actually gotten them the kill. Avulus trying to take advantage of these kills as much as possible here.
Looking for that high ground, Avulus.
They've got this top lane all the way pushed in, too.
Let's see if it goes any better this time round. Fly. He's trying to get in. There's the Hex, but Jibe was forward. He's given the space here for Smiling Knight. Bring the ranks down low. They have the fortification. Hook shot. Ollie's trying. He's going to get turned upon quickly with the assassinates. Forced to safety. They get away with that attempt to push them back, and then we'll keep that Rax alive.
Sineko identified at least what the biggest problem was in the last fight. He's just sitting back in Sunray, so. If they can find an angle to stop that Sunray when they go on Smiling Light, that could be an opportunity for them to go for the kill. But there's a lot of bailout. You know, the Aghanim's Earth Spirit is also there if something gets very chaotic. He also has Shard, so you can just actually pull him out of position too. I don't think I've seen him do it much yet, but the potential is there for the saves. And now the buybacks, they are all starting to hit the Bristleback in particular, but almost everybody on the side. Actually, everyone on the side of IG. And they're smoking. Roche is up.
It's gonna be up. Refresher on Sineko.
So who'd he pass? Or did he use it? Sorry, I think he used it earlier, my bad.
Let's see who starts the action. Smiling Knight clearing the way with the quill sprays. He might be able to get the Hex onto Sineko. Sineko dove in, gets caught immediately. He's out for 80.
He's got no buy.
Spent up for the refresher.
Oh, that's massive. They were so fast with the Hex. Very good coverage there with the ward. And they're going to want to get this free Roche. Quick fingers. Who was it? I mean, they both did actually at the exact same time, it looks like.
I think they probably did. They saw him diving in, both clicking.
Who was it first, though?
It was Invokers.
Emo with the faster reaction by a frame.
He's just on Fly. This could be what IG need to start looking for the aggressive push themselves and get back in the base of Avulus.
This game is absolutely delivering, though.
It feels like overall it's sort of just Avulus against the odds, holding on around their Bristleback draft.
Exactly.
But IG just constantly throughout this game being that step ahead.
It feels like they're getting stronger and stronger as a unit. Well, yes, this Bristol's super strong, but as you mentioned before, everyone else is really behind. Critical mass. Earth Spirit still can hit 25, but it's still some time away. Everyone else just doesn't feel like they've increased too much. Lincoln's now for Emo.
Seneco's going to be back up. Those, of course, he has 2 rounds at the Supernova.
Fly.
They're trying to start things. Straight in onto Fly. They're looking to burst through the Luna quickly. Fly. He'll go down the ones. Zeal. He'll charge away. Fly. See if he can stand his ground a second time to get him with the opening stun. He's helping it quickly. Fly's dead.
1700
They
crit.
kill him off. And now for the rest of IG, they have to try and run. Baboka's not going to get to escape. Polly on the side. He'll also fall. Tries to hook shot away. But Smiling Knight finds him with the quill sprays.
Oh my, look at this Bristles damage.
He's got the rapier.
He doesn't even have the Warpath active, and he has plus 1,000 damage almost when he's stacked up. I mean, Fly died in like 3 attacks.
So much quicker than I think IG were expecting. They were like, okay, this is fine.
And
the Aegis has been lost. He has BKB. He has Satanic. He's not able to get any of it off. As soon as he respawns, they catch him with immediate stun.
And Taneko, I mean, he identified, don't roll, don't jump in, right? Just play from the back line, throw the Sunray on top. They just cannot help him at all. Way too much damage. Oh my goodness. This Bristle back here is absurd. Look how much he's chunking him per hit.
Yeah, and it was pretty much all Jibe there. Gets the opening jump with the Rolling Thunder and
100%.
had that cross across him again when he respawns off the back of the Aegis, and making sure that there was no chance to BKB or anything else to come out from Fly. Rolling onto Zeal. Bounce him away with a cookie. Buyback's coming out now. So they've got to get something from this. Fly's got to be careful getting caught in the stun. In the bash again, hookshot 4 from Ollie. Stormstormer turns into the stone, will kick himself out to the side, but they're able to block it off. Stormstormer, he'll fall. Zeal puts the BKB in at the side. He's got the grab onto Jibe. Jibe's going to get turned towards now as well as IG move over, bring the Pango down low, get it with the Hex. This is the time to push back. No buyback on Jibe. He's 650 gold short.
He spent for the Abyssal.
And Stormstormer, his is still caught out for 2 minutes.
Uh-oh. He actually spent his gold.
That's
they've
rough.
been holding very nice on high ground, but this fight's not. They don't have a refresher on the
They've got to defend 3 versus 5. I mean, if IG sort of catch wind of the fact that there's no buyback on Jibe, they're going to come in with this push hard.
They're trying to catch them off guard here with this ward. They're trying to get at least a kill before the fight starts.
They've got to try something.
Baboka.
They're moving in
for him.
Smiling Knight stepping up. He's going to get caught by the Hex.
It's a good seal.
He's already in on the backlines. The egg will be a success. Smiling Knight very, very low. Turns over towards Zeal. He's doing a hell of a lot of damage, but Zeal's got the grab. Doesn't matter. Smiling Knight gets the double kill. He's so low. He's going to get Glimmered and able to run out to the side. Smiling Knight should survive, but Seneko, he'll fall.
But what a play. That's such a heads-up play for them to do. Just playing around their ward, catching them when they aren't prepared with their 5.
He's trying to cut the creep wave. He's up with the blink, doing whatever they can to take the attention away from the base whilst this 30 seconds continues where they still do not have Jibe or Stormstormer.
They're buying that time.
They are buying it.
Phoenix has buyback. Phoenix has refresher. What a heads-up play. There's another rapier, though. Fly, he's got it coming out.
Okay. Going all in, of course. His buyback on cooldown off the back of that last play, so let's see how much they can get.
Jibe back in 3. Stormstormer respawning soon.
And they do have buybacks on the supports.
Fly has to give respect to this. He does not have BKB. We saw how he got shredded even with it.
That's an all. They get the opening. The bash there through the BKB of Emo. Emo turns with the Tornado to hold back any of the potential backup coming in to chase him down. Baboka's going to try for the TP. They've got the bash, though.
1 hit, 1,000 damage.
Look at the courier as well. Zeal was trying to retrieve the gem.
Get the gem. And now Baboka does not have buyback.
He's out for a long time.
They're going to have 5 heroes versus 4.
Yeah, we saw Avulus do some sweet moves to try and keep the game alive whilst they're outnumbered. We'll see if now IG can do that themselves. Smiling going to come in.
Just buys a full Swift Blink so he can actually have some mobility. Swapping out the Bloodstone. He doesn't know what to swap out. He's just swapping all his items. He wants the mass damage.
Can they hold 4 versus 5, IG?
This has to be the craziest game we've had in this.
I think the craziest series, really.
This
series, it's delivering.
Fly has to be so careful with his positioning here.
Fly.
Banner's down.
Got the assassinate on him. Has to stay safe under the tier 4s. The Hex opening and the Deafening Blast. Zeal's going to jump in, they get the grab. Flyfly's going to come in as well. So the down, but now he's going to back away. Smiling Knight's got the Quill Sprays. Forces them back, turns out towards Zeal. Zeal's caught in the stun. He's out, but he has buyback. Underneath the tower, Ollie. He's got the hook shot, keeping Stormstormer trapped under the tier 4s.
He's going for buildings.
Stormstormer's able to turn to the stone. Smiling Knight, he's in on the Emo. Emo caught, he's gone. He has buyback as well, uses it immediately. Zeal tries to charge him, but Jibe holds back the two of them with the Rolling Thunder.
Final racks. It's gone.
They've got what they came for.
Oh wait, the last one top. Sorry.
Avulus.
One more.
They should get the cleanup. The Mega Creeps are out. Now onto the tier 4s. Instant Hex, jump forward again from Zeal. Stormstormer turns in with the roll forward. Doesn't get the connection onto Zeal. Still need to buy a bit of time until they have the supports back up, IG. The tier 4s.
They drop so fast.
The right-click damage of Smiling Knight. They're going to be onto the Ancient. They're going to respect the fact that Baboka's back up. They're backing off. Zeal's trying to find a catch. So look to charge in, put to a stop here by the Assassinate. They turn. They're trying to get the jump on Emo, but Emo gets forced back to the side. Stormstormer's been caught. Rolls in, gets grabbed. Stormstormer's out.
Oh my god, Emo has to be so careful, but a good play. They do catch Zibe as well.
He's trying to jump away. Swashbuckles to the high ground. This time he does have buyback available. Both heroes out and Avulus have the luxury of it.
And they got the Megas, so those creeps, they're going to start coming in.
They need to force out these buybacks, IG.
These tense moments, all these clutch little plays, either mini Hurricane Pikes to reposition or anything like that. Flyfly,
the third rapier that he's bought this game.
Yep.
So the second that he, of course, has, indeed, with the other one still being in the hands of Smiling Knight. So double rapier Luna, ready to come running down the mid lane and pressure out these buybacks from Avulus. He's just kind of skipping the creeps. He's still got to be careful.
He's very fragile. They've got to get these lanes pushed out, though. You have to do this when you're playing versus the Megas.
Have to get these buybacks.
Push the risk.
I mean, what was it going to be a case of get the buybacks and then get out of there?
I don't know. And this is the late game decision making becomes pretty impossible. It's tough to get out too if you do force the buys. They're gonna full commit onto you. Flyfly's gonna poke.
They're gonna jump on him. Flyfly's in trouble. Gone. He's gone.
Flyfly.
Uh-oh.
You can't jump up like that versus this Bristle.
They only needed to use the one buyback as well, just shitbase.
The Assassinate, one Assassinate mini stun. That 1.2 seconds is enough for Bristle to hit him twice.
Yeah, Flyfly did not respect that at all.
Oh my god.
Well, he's given up 3 rapiers now. Who's even taking them?
There's like, how do they hold this?
He'll take the double rapier. He's got double rapier Aghanim's Kanda. It's the dream. This is what he dreams of every time. He's like, guys, let me play support sniper so I can steal the 2 rapiers from the Luna and have it on top of my Aghanim's Kanda. Those are the sniper support for your pubs popping off.
Flyfly, just feeling himself too much. Just does not respect the Bristle damage.
Let's see if they can hold. 4 versus 5. They're Smiling Knight onto the Ancient. I think they know this one's over. Jumping forward, they kill off Emo. Avulus. This game, this series, it's theirs. They'll take it 2-0. 2 60-minute games here, though, against IG. Absolute cinema, as the kids say, this one.
Literal.